And we're live. Greetings and salutations. Zunthov Neverborn, the abyss that slumbers, and you're listening to Eldritch Rants, the show that dares to ask questions. Not a lot of people on tonight. We checked around, kind of busy, and it was like this last year, and it kind of cycles up, so I expect things are going to pick up in a month or two, so expect the streams to be a little slower this time of year for a bit. But hey, Friday's still here. We're going to still push ahead. And, hey, let's give his introduction. It is the man with the black belt and bullshit. He is the Baron of Blather. The only difference between what he does and stupidity is on the swagger. It's Farty Bumsnake. Hey, how's it going, Farty? Anyway, yeah, it's kind of a slow week, too, also for politics. You know, I mean, there's some meandering, some stupid stuff. I mean, obviously, we've still got the gun thing from last week echoing along. But we covered that last week, so I don't think we need to go on about the Florida shooting again. Got a few miscellaneous topics to go through, not going to be a lot. And again, without at least 4 people, I don't think we should do the fashion police, because you really need at least 4 people. You got to share the cringe. If you only have 2 people doing the cringe, it's not as good as you have 4. So, but we will get to it as soon as we reach that magic number. If anybody wants to sign up for next week to come on and do the cringe, we're welcome. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? We got our one fan again. Sorry, we're a little slow tonight here, but we're going to go through a few topics. And if you guys have anything you want us to jump on or anything brings up, anything you want us to discuss, feel free. At any rate, you got anything on your mind, Farty?
No. That's the benefit of being a real dumb person, is that never have anything on my mind either.
Gotcha. All right, let's jump. By the way, for those people that are knowing, that is for the picture you're watching is for the new mod for The Long Dark. It's Dragon Ball TLD. That's what it's for. Yeah, in The Long Dark, you get to play Goku, which makes it a lot simpler. When the sun starts bombarding the Earth with the strange aurora that destroys all electronics, Goku just flies into space and punches the sun, and then it gets better. So it's a fun mod if you want to play it.
I know what this picture needs, though. It needs a whole bunch of things. Little red things asking, do you know the way?
Yes, that would make it. That's the next mod for The Long Dark. Do you know the way? You know, where you get to play Uganda Knuckles in The Long Dark. You just walk around and say, do you know the way, to the wolves as they tear you apart. Anyway.
Do you know the way? No, it is The Long Dark. We do not know the way that we cannot see.
Oh, there's oh yeah. Well, we're going to get to the Democratic memo. I think it's on the list. But to be honest, well, you know, I'll share my thoughts here real briefly here. You know those Peanuts movies where you hear the adults going wah 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 wah. That's what I hear in my head when I try to read that memo. Gotta check a message real quick. Oh, hey, Mad Dodge might stop by in a bit if we're still going. Dang. Hold on 1 sec.
Okay.
All right, switching back. All right, let's push ahead here. So, moving on. Let's see. We're going to deal with DACA quickly. These dreamers will leave the U.S. if a DACA deal isn't reached. Oh, no. Oh, no. How terrible.
Didn't they make this same threat when Trump got elected and they still haven't gone?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can't make a threat and then not go through with it and then make the same threat again. Oh, we're going to leave the country. Oh, we're going to go. Oh, no. Oh, California's going to secede from the Union. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it. In fact, you don't need to secede the whole state. You can just do, 20% of it, the 20% that's blue. You guys can go along the coast. Everybody else is Republican. The other 80% is Republican, and they would love to be done with you because nothing personal, but all those there's like what, $4 trillion in like capitalization alone along like the coast of California, thanks to Google and Apple and all those companies. And the problem is that much money is simply making it impossible for anybody poor to live in the state. And when you talk about, we should put some affordable housing in this area for the people who, park your cars and flip your burgers for you. Every single one of those Democrats who are all for all these immigrants flooding into California, they all go, whoa, I don't want any poor people living in my neighborhood. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, this whole DACA BS is BS. If you're a successful business person in the United States, I assure you, DACA or no DACA, you can stay. All right? I'll tell you right now, we're not going to kick anybody out on DACA if you're successful. Okay? I promise you.
Hmm.
You know, but yeah, this is a little on the old side. I probably should have tackled it last week, like you said, Jacob. But yeah, to be honest here, if you're a successful business owner, we're not going to kick you out. Okay? But if you're lazy, if you had how many years to even start the process to become an American citizen and you didn't bother, you can leave. Thank you. We're good with that. Any thoughts, Farty?
Yeah, that's some things that with immigration that I don't get. You do find a lot of these people who have been hiding and all this kind of stuff, and you hear the stories. They get found like 10 years after their visa has expired and all this kind of stuff. And the question does come up. Like, I do ask this question quite often when this happens. It's like, okay, so at what point after your visa run out did you cease thinking about maybe sort of turning yourself in and coming clean and maybe seeing if there's an amnesty or something like that? It sort of just dictates that they never had any intention in the first place. But yeah, like they have these darker people threatening to leave. I wonder what it must feel like to be told no one gives a ass twice in a year.
Pretty much. I mean, here's the thing. About the whole DACA thing here. I even understand Donald Trump offering them amnesty. In fact, here's my position. I'd be willing to just say right now, okay, you're in the country. Yeah, okay, you get a pass. We're done. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody else.
Yep.
Done. Drop the line. You got in. Great. You snuck past. You ducked under the line. You jumped over the gate. Whatever. You got in.
Yeah.
You're here. Let's move forward from this point. Just dealing with this, just so we can move forward. But that's not the case. That's not won't happen.
Yeah.
If we did that, then they'd be talking, well, what about my relative? What about this? What about that? No.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you want your family in, we're already giving what? There's 15 million of you? So you and the other 14.999999, how many other people who are getting in free? Those are the people who are keeping your family out. Okay? Now you know what it feels like to be the rest of us when the immigrants are taking slots from the rest of us. Okay?
Yeah. And then when they do that type of stuff with the, but what about this and what about that? Because, yeah, when we have changed immigration laws and stuff out here, that has come up as well. And typically what usually happens out here is the soft cocks are the ones that are the ones that are in control of this. So you'll get the first case of, but my little old grandmother, she only found out, 5 minutes before landing or some crap like that. But then they'll go to, the cousin, the nephew, the poor little friend's son that some reason you're bringing him into another country for. And then it's the overtly, you're a fucking terrorist. But no, by this stage, we can't even allude to that because he's a poor, hard done by, come from a poor, hard done by country. We can't even assume he's a terrorist. Even he's standing there with his fucking ISIS bloody ID card saying, yep, that's me. Yep, that's it. Go to this website. That's me with this bloke's head. Fucking, and it's by that stage where...
Well, you can't make me give up my ISIS card? You know how many martyr points I've collected on this card? I have over 10,000 martyr points. The next time I blow myself up, I get 73 virgins.
Yeah, it does get to the stage though where you have now confronted the overt terrorist. He's still got his friggin' AK hanging off his bloody back, right? But because now that they've gone and successfully weakened all these laws over time with the but what about? Now we have to fucking let the bloke in. We actually look like an asshole for kicking a terrorist out of the country, which is exactly what they're trying to do, to supersede the laws.
Well, I think at this point, my point is that you can't give an inch at this point. Like, I'd be willing to give an inch if I thought it was done. I'd be willing to compromise if I thought for one moment that was it. If at that point we could say officially, it's over, it's finished, let's move on, I'd be okay. But we can't. Because if you give 1 inch, if we allow one illegal immigrant to stay at this point,
yep,
you might as well. Why have a border at all? You can't make a single exception. I mean, unfortunately, I wish we were dealing with rational people here on the other side who was pro-immigration, pro illegal
Mm.
immigrants, but they aren't. They aren't rational. There's no logic to their. It's all feels.
Yeah, well, if they do change the laws and all this kind of stuff, they'd have to make sure that previous precedents don't count. And the one thing you got to try and do is to make sure that you don't set the new precedent. So, yeah, that's where you have the little old granny. But what about this one? Right now, you've just set the precedent, and that's just opened the floodgates.
Yeah, I mean, although I will say this for kind of why I wanted to bring this up, even though it's an old topic here. California, I've been looking into it a lot more than just California. There really is two Californias, and when I said that
Mm-hmm.
only 20% of it needs to secede from the union, I mean it. There's the Democrat portion, and then there's the Republican portion. And
Yep.
the Democrat, when you look back at the history of California, there were giants. They had plans for what if California had 100 million people. They had all these plans set up for how to handle the watershed, where you had to do this, where you had to do that. And somewhere along the line, those brilliant designers of old were forgotten. And the
Mm.
environmentalists took over. And they had, what was it, year ago, 2 years ago, they had records amounts of water. The drought was over. But the problem is because there was no forethought, they didn't think ahead. Millions, hundreds of millions, possibly billions of gallons of fresh water just poured straight into the ocean. And now we've had the driest January on record. And now we have the fires. And now we have California burning. Why do we have this? Because there was no thinking ahead, nothing spent on infrastructure. All the politicians who are Democrats are focusing all their money on the fields, on bringing in immigrants, not even taking care of the poor in their own state. Fuck their
Mm.
own poor. They don't give a shit about their own poor.
Yep.
They want to bring in
Yep.
more poor, but fuck the poor in their own backyard.
Yep.
And
And that was something that was happening out here too. It was
and
sort
they're
of like
all
we've got
thinking
to.
about the future. Like they want to build their new monorail, which is going to be billions and billions of dollars. Or you could just spend what, 10 billion and finish the 3-lane highway you started a decade or three ago.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think what's going to happen here is that this is going. It's accelerating. The bullshit in California is accelerating. They've gone from number 5 to like number 35 in the United States. They're like one. They're heading rapidly towards like being a third world country. They're the next Venezuela at this point. They really are.
San Angeles.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be. They're. If they were their own country and didn't have the federal government for any amount of resources, for any amount of oversight, I have no doubt that they would take over militarily and start putting people up against the wall. I mean, seriously, the fact that they changed the law that allows communists to hold office there now. But my point is that there's going to be a point of practicality. There's going to be a point where the billionaires are going to realize, holy crap, this is a really bad investment, and they're going to run. Okay, when the billionaires start fleeing their state, that's when it's going to, because right now I believe, what is it, out of their state only half of the state's taxes are paid by 150,000 people out of how many millions? 30, 40, 50, something like that. An insane amount of population paid by only a fraction of the people are paying 50% of the taxes. And those people just had their taxes jump up even more under Trump's new tax plan. The new tax plan limits how much you can deduct from what you have to pay in state taxes. So if you're in the top 1%, your taxes just went up by another 90,000, 100,000, possibly 250,000 if you're rich enough, because you were deducting how much you had to pay in state taxes. And that state tax that California has really is just a way of siphoning money from the federal government into their coffers. That that deduction for the states was just about funneling money from other states to pay for California's bullshit. And the money's running out. The state is going to go bankrupt, and eventually practicality is going to take over. What's going to happen at that point? I don't know. But I will tell you this: another year or two, they're going to be in a place where they collapse.
I know exactly what they'll do as soon as this happens. All the fucking idiot Hollywood types. They'll all get into one big auditorium. They'll wheel out some fucking matriarch, and she'll wave her hand and bless every bastard, and maybe drop a fart on the way out, and then that'll be that, and somehow that'll fix everything.
Well, they already tried that with Oprah. I don't know if that's going to work. By the way, funny as hell, I love the fact that they went after Oprah the moment there was a hint she might run for office. I thought that was fucking hysterical. Oh, the liberals over here, they're really the definition of eating their own. Okay, so I mean, California cannot survive. It cannot. I mean, financially speaking, they're screwed. And I don't know what's going to happen, but eventually, and if the back breaks in California, that is the end of liberalism in the United States. It really is. Their schools, I did not know this, they cannot afford to hire new professors. They can't afford to hire new professors because of how expensive it's gotten there. With all the mandation and all the regulation and all of the rules they cannot afford to pay anybody new to join at their colleges. And so I kept wondering, why do they keep all these idiots on staff? It's because they can't afford to hire new ones.
And then you get things like Berkeley, where everyone's a bunch of fucking morons.
Oh, and that is a good point. Yeah, point out to any leftist that all the blue states are in terrible condition. And yes, you will hear the leftists cover their heads and go, no, I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Don't worry, Knuckles will show you the way. He will show you the way. Well, moving on from this. Anything else? Daily presidential tracking poll. Here is the death nail. Okay, here is the hammer and the nail that is the final nail in the coffin that is the DNC. Donald Trump has just reached 50% of likely voters approving of his job performance. Obama was only at 45% at this point. Okay? And he got reelected. Donald Trump is 5 points higher than him. And all the polls in America are all slanted towards the Democrats for some reason. And that is it. That is it. There is no way, not only is Donald Trump not winning his reelection at this point. I mean, yeah, sure, a meteor strike bullshit can happen, but I think we can pretty much assure there's going to be an 8-year term for this guy. And any Republican that is smart and wants to get elected is going to ride this guy's coattails. All right. And I've been saying it, and other people have been saying it. As soon as his tax plan fully started kicking in and people started seeing extra, I myself have seen about $600-700 extra in my tax return. I'm still owing money because I'm working 2 different jobs and I don't get my taxes taken out right. But I'm not owing like $1,800. I'm only owing $600. So, although I haven't done my state taxes yet, which I think is going to eat up another $300 or $400. But still, yeah, I mean, the new tax plan helps me. It helps normal Joe. It helps normal people keep the money they've already earned. So I'm pretty sure that those people are going to say, yep, Trump's letting me keep my money. I like him. I don't care what else he does. He can, as I keep saying, he can murder a baby on the front lawn, barbecue it and eat it. I don't care as long as I get more money in my paycheck. Any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm not really surprised. I mean, this is what Trump said he was going to do, and he typically does what he says he's going to do. So, yeah, you're right. The states are probably going to go, oh, wow, all these people have got more money now. Gimme. But, yeah, like...
Oh, I suspect states will consider the whole, hey, since you're making more money, let's raise your taxes. But I don't think any sane state is going to do that. And in any state that does that, you're going to see a shift away from the Democrats back to the Republicans. I'm wondering if he keeps this up, and I'm saying this. I mean, this is a long shot, but if he keeps this up, I don't know if you remember the re-election of Ronald Reagan, but Ronald Reagan managed to win 48 out of 50 states.
And you just gave me the perfect fucking segue because I was just about to tell this joke anyway. Ronald Reagan, right? He was talking to the premier of Russia, Nikita Khrushchev, right? And Ronald points out to Nikita that, you don't have the freedoms that we do over here. You see, over here, I can go into the White House and I can bang my fists on the president's desk and I can say to him, I do not like the way you're running this country. And then Nikita said, no, actually, I can do that. And Ronald says, what? Yeah. And Nikita says, yes, yes. I can go into the Secretary Premier's office, and I can bang my hands on his desk, and I can say to him that I do not like the way that Ronald Reagan is running his country.
That is California. You've just summed up their ability to do. You are well within your rights to protest, scream, and rant as much as you want about how much you hate Donald Trump. You are free to do that.
Sun-dried Reagans.
I think you're right on that one, Jacob. That anyone who is, there's a lot of people who are unfortunately, and they will discover how poorly their plan is. They're running on the plan that my opponent said Trump is an idiot, and anyone who votes for him is too. So basically, you're saying, yeah, the reason why you should vote for me and not him is that because he said Trump was an idiot. Those would be references to the rhinos, the Republicans in name only. Those guys are idiots.
I could point something out just on that. If Trump voters are all idiots, then the dumb fucks who think that we are the idiots can go and thank us for not letting them be nuked.
Oh yeah, yeah. They claimed Ronald Reagan was gonna start World War III, and you know what? He ended the Cold War. He won us the Cold War. Thank
and he did
God for Cold
War.
Yeah, I mean, and now they're calling Trump an idiot and all the other things they said Ronald Reagan was. I'm sorry, the parallels are remarkable, and I'm very optimistic about it.
And I've mentioned this before, right? This is exactly the same as what we had back in the 80s. We've got a female British Prime Minister who's not very popular. You've got a Russian reformist who actually wants to deal with the West. And you've got an American who's mostly famous for being on TV.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like an echo. Although I want to do a little segue here into the actual purpose of the channel, which is helping people out there boost their channel and give them advice and stuff. Something about the rhinos that people need to realize, and also the Democrats, they spend a lot of time attacking not their opponent, but attacking the voters.
Yeah.
Specifically trying to shame them into voting a certain way. I've seen this also in certain gaming, how do I want to say, franchises and TV show franchises where, and podcasts where things are going along well. The fans are helping you with their fan created art and stories and whatnot and imitation stuff. And it works for a while, but then suddenly somebody gets a bug up their ass and says, oh no, these people are stealing revenue from us because they're using copyrighted material. I'm going to tell you right now, because Welcome to Night Vale is my example of why you don't do this. They were exploding like gangbusters. Everything was great. They were doing wonderful. And then they attacked their fan base for all the imitation that was going on. And so everybody who was doing imitation stuff of theirs quit, because they didn't want to deal with the legal hassle. And they went and found something else to do. Suddenly, their popularity tanked. And you wonder why. Well, the reason is you might be losing some revenue by a fan creating fan art or imitating you or doing anything or using your logo to make a few bucks on his own. But he's not costing you money per se. He is doing advertising for you. The money you might lose in potential sales and whatever are more than made up for the accurate, organic advertising that you're getting from that fan. Okay? Never attack your fans and never attack your voters. You can attack your opponent, but don't attack your opponent's voters. Because those voters are, I hate to point this out, voters. And the people who are fans, your audience, they are people who vote with their dollars. And if they like you, they give you money. If you attack them, they go away. I know this might sound pretty... Oh, yeah. EA did it with Battlefront 2. Disney is doing it with the new trilogy. Yeah, the new Star Trek trilogy is a perfect example of attacking your audience. You guys are just too stupid
Yeah,
to
but
understand. Don't, oh, dear God, no, I don't care how brilliant the movie is. You don't attack the people who give you money, ever. Say they don't get it,
yeah,
they
you
don't
do.
understand, but you don't call them stupid. What the heck? All right. Any
Yeah,
thoughts?
you do like what Justin Roiland did, the bloke who did Rick and Morty. He didn't start fucking bad mouthing anyone on YouTube. Like if anyone wanted to put up a clip of Rick and Morty, they were perfectly fine. They were even thanked by Justin Roiland for putting it up on YouTube because he recognised it was free publicity.
Oh yeah, yeah, and when it's done organically through fans, it's
Mm,
like advertising that is the most perfectly targeted. There is no advertising firm on the planet that you can find, that you can pay, that you can hire. I don't care who they are, who will do as good a job as a grassroots group of fans who just happen to like you and want to make Pickle Rick memes.
mm,
Okay? And I'm not saying you
yeah,
need to suck up to them and you need to do whatever they want and you have to do whatever your fans say. You still need to have some amount of integrity because if you don't have that, then they won't be your fans. Fans don't like people who are wishy-washy and always going whatever way the wind blows. But on the other hand,
yeah,
don't blow in their face, you know.
yeah, yeah. Someone sort of has to teach them the meaning of oh shit, what was it? Fucking, I had it a second ago, and I just lost it.
Respect, integrity, money.
An actual phrase I'm trying to fucking remember. Um, Something about biting the hand that feeds you, but it's a different one.
Oh, wait.
Don't,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, nope, nope, don't have it. But yeah, it's kind of like
no,
it's not. It's kind of like beating the hand that feeds you, except you don't think of it that way because you don't see the faces behind the hands that are feeding you.
that's it. That's it. Someone's got to teach these dickheads the actual meaning of imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, if somebody is like blatantly pretending to be you, that's one thing.
Yeah,
But most fans are respectful enough because they're fans to go, yeah, this is just like Welcome to Night Vale. But you know, I'm doing it because it's fun. I knew one person who
well,
was doing better scripts than Welcome to Night Vale. She
even
was
Star
amazing.
Trek did
She was
this.
getting a lot of fans. She was getting a lot of people who were stopping by, and I admired working with her. And then she got a cease and desist order from Welcome to Night Vale. And God, if you want to throw a bucket of cold water on people, that's it. And it's not
Yeah,
just I'm not just talking about fans. This also applies to politics. It applies to anything where you are trying to get what you're doing by popularity. Don't discourage people from being, I don't know, enthusiastic. That's the word I was looking for.
yeah. Well, the monkeys behind Star Trek did that too. There's a bunch of YouTubers that actually did a pretty sort of pretty professional production. They called it Prelude to Axanar,
Oh,
or
Prelude to
yeah,
Axanar. I saw what little of it
yeah,
they made. That was amazing. And I will say
yeah,
this. What was it? There was that continuation of the Star Trek original series. I don't know if you saw that. A little too social justice warrior in a few of the episodes. I'll say that. But brilliant work. My God, this was a work of love. Okay,
yeah. But
all of
those,
those I would consider those canon. I would include
mm,
those as canon.
yeah. Well, I was thinking the same thing too. But then I heard that the monkeys who own the Star Trek name now, they tried to go the Axanar mob.
Oh yeah, they went after him with
Uh,
the Gang Bangbusters. And then when they
uh,
realized that they were getting screwed, they said, "Well, you can do it. You just need to follow these impossible guidelines that no human being on the planet could possibly
yeah.
do. Oh, by the way, you need to do it before this deadline that expires yesterday."
And but then you have a look at George Lucas, and it's like, George, how many millions is it going to cost for me to use a stormtrooper figure in my YouTube video? And he's like, what do you want a Star Trek? I've got a whole fucking suit you can borrow, mate. Yeah, you come into me ranch. How much fucking crap do you want in your video? He'll actually help you.
Oh yeah, well because he's smart, because he remembers
Mm,
when he was starting out, and every little buddy imitating you. Because trust me, a fan who like sees these imitation stuff, what do? They get psyched up about the original. And so they go back, and if you come out with new original material, they'll give you stuff. It's the same thing that happened with Dungeons and Dragons and 3.0, 3.5. When they opened up the floodgates and said, if you want to use Dungeons and Dragons core materials for making your own stuff, feel free. It's open gaming license now. Boom! D20 3.0, 3.5 exploded. It was the game. It had hundreds of books and thousands of books. Stuff popping. Some of these people only made a couple of bucks. I made a couple of hundred making out some stuff there. And then what did they do? Suddenly the new owners, the social justice warriors, take over Wizards of the Coast, and they look over at the Dungeons and Dragons franchise and goes, you know what? Screw the open gaming license. And they make 4th edition and they butcher the game. And then when people start telling them, hey, you're fucking butchering the game, not only the game rules, but the whole background, the story, the lore, everything. Yeah, it's a little crazy. It's a little contradictory. It's a little confusing, but you're destroying everything. You're ruining continuity. And they said, go fuck yourself. You're all just a bunch of losers. You don't understand Dungeons & Dragons the real way. And 4th edition was horrible. It was horrible until they came out with 5th. And then with 5th, they basically came out and said, we're so sorry. But the honesty is that their whole we're so sorry, they're still getting crippled by social justice warriors. Like they even came out with a whole supplement, which was basically an entire city set in Africa with a setting where everybody's black. I mean, it is the most people of color supplement ever. And it's like paradise. It's like Wakanda set in Dungeons and Dragons. And what happens? Well, you don't have enough, homosexuals and other. They're never happy. Social justice warriors are never happy. You can never compromise with these people, ever. Same reason why I never compromise on immigration. Don't compromise on if they show up in your hobby. Don't compromise if they show up in your politics. Don't compromise if they show up. You're trying to create your own YouTube channel and social justice warriors start giving you comments. Do not compromise. Not one moment, not 1 second, because they will fuck you. And then they won't even give you any money for it. They are not helping you. They are here to destroy you. They're like locusts. At any rate, that's all I have to say. Anything else? We got way off topic there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think someone should start steering us back on the road.
Feathers fly as chicken shortage shuts KFCs down all across Britain.
Kentucky fuck chicken.
Well, the old rumor is they stopped using Kentucky Fried Chicken and call themselves KFC because they don't actually use chicken anymore. They use chicken-like substances. But anyway, the story is go ahead.
Yeah, the story I heard was more that the chickens are genetically modified to the point that they are not actually technically chickens anymore. They look like chickens, they sound like chickens, but they're a different animal nowadays.
That's not true, but I love spreading the rumor. Anyway, what actually happened here it's a great story, though.
Kind of is when you think about like the battery farming and all this kind of stuff and what a chicken looked like 100 years ago compared to what a chicken looks like now, they technically are two different creatures.
No, that is true. Oh, Jacob, that's a great point. Why did the chicken cross the Atlantic? The answer is they didn't, because KFC started using their new delivery partner, DHL. Anyway, yeah, they switched delivery companies because somebody else gave a cheaper bid or something, I don't know, and suddenly they can't supply enough chicken to their 300 stores. That's it.
That happens a lot in the transport industry too. So you'll have the overzealous little contract manager who's just gone and got himself a big new contract, and he doesn't really realize that he doesn't have half the equipment he needs. That happens a lot.
Oh, that just happened here at my other job, working for New York State. They said, "Oh wow, we found a way to save so much money. We're going with this new company for transporting the clients. It's going to work great." What do you mean they can't do any transports after 2:00? We're open till 3. What do you mean that the old people won't work with us anymore because we told them to go fuck themselves? All right, well, we're just going to switch every schedule for every client. Oh, had an hour. What harm could that have? Oh, my God. You're dealing with an entire population of hundreds of people with OCD, and you are trying to change their schedule an hour? just to fit
Yep.
your bad plan for hiring these losers who do not have enough buses for 4 months? Holy fucking crap.
Yeah, and I like it too when you tell these people that they are in fact an incompetent bunch of fuckwits that they get upset.
You know what scares me the most, though? It's something I've noticed when I've been going to some of the facilities. I'm going to spread a little bit of news to you. I talked to this one guy who was an investor in a company when I was working at, what was it, Buffalo Nickel Mortgages. And this investor came through and he was going through the area and he was checking out the company and then he went to use the bathroom and then there was, I need to get going, and he cut the meeting short. And I happened to be just standing next to him talking to him. And I go, is there a problem? You seem like you're in a real hurry to go. And he looked at me and he said, there's one thing I always do whenever I'm considering doing an investment. I go and use the bathroom, especially if I can find the executive bathroom. I want to use that. I want to use the best bathroom that they got. And I said, why? Well, if I go in there and I find the toilet paper is 1-ply, that means you guys are so hurting for money that you guys can't afford 2-ply toilet paper for your ass. You sure as hell aren't doing good enough to get my money. And I thought about that and I said, huh. Because I remember when I was working at Fleet Bank, about a month or two before everybody got fired, yeah, we went down to 1-ply toilet paper. It's a really bad sign when your company goes down to 1-ply toilet paper. And the reason why I'm saying that is I am seeing a lot of 1-ply toilet paper in a bunch of these work sites that I'm going to for New York State. That's a really bad sign.
But is it the John Wayne toilet paper?
It doesn't have chunks of wood chips in it, but it's close. It's almost wood chip toilet paper. John Wayne. I don't understand what John Wayne toilet paper is then.
Well, it's rough and it's tough and it won't take shit from no one.
Pretty close. Yeah, that's a good description. John Wayne toilet paper. It's rough and it's tough and won't take shit from anybody. Doesn't quite have the wood chips in it, but it's close to having wood chips. Oh my God.
No, the wood chips are in John Wayne's turds.
Yeah, I mean it's one more way of saving a few pennies when you're financially devastated. So if you work at any company where they go from 2-ply to 1-ply, start printing your resume. Anyway, moving on. Got skunks in your home? Don't use a smoke bomb. Ferdale, Michigan, authorities say a man destroyed a suburban Detroit home while trying to use a smoke bomb to get rid of a crawl space full of skunks. I don't know what else to say other than, what made you think to throw fire under your house?
I'd scare it away, I guess.
I mean, it's Detroit, so hey, one more burned out building, nobody's going to notice, but still.
Well, maybe it was a gentrification maneuver.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. Look, my house is all nice and new and pristine and all this, and all the rest of the houses in my street are all burnt out pieces of shit. Well, fuck, I've got to keep up with the Joneses.
I can see this. Especially in Detroit. Anyway, moving on.
Well,
now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You'll probably find too that it was an insurance job, and everybody else in the street's done the insurance job, and the last bloke to light his house on fire sets it on fire and is like, hey, did you pay your insurance up first? Ah, shit.
Oh yeah, that would, I mean, as far as excuses to go, I accidentally set my house on fire trying to kill skunks. I can see that being an insurance job thing. Any rate, did you hear about? I haven't read it. I tried to find an online copy for free, can't find it. If anybody knows where I can get a PDF of this, I would love to see part of it. I'm not going to give them one thin dime. How to Destroy a Man Now. DAM is the abbreviation. A handbook. Basically, I don't know if you heard about this. A bunch of people were talking about it. It is the new Me Too book on how to destroy a man in the workplace and to get him fired if you don't like him.
Well, that's all right. I'm sort of leaning towards refusing to work with women from now on, so it shouldn't bother me.
Oh, I understand. I understand. I mean, and to be honest here, when I see stuff like this, I'm understanding this is probably just somebody who slapped this together just to try and make some money off of the Me Too movement, but which, as far as I'm concerned, has turned into the Me movement because it's all about me. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, to decide that you are not going to use the system justly, that your goal is to lie, because that's what the book tells you to do. It tells you to lie and make up lies that nobody can prove you're lying about, and just the accusations are all you need to destroy a man, and that they all deserve it because all men are scum. And they wonder
Well,
why the MGTOW movement is growing.
yeah,
Any
go
thoughts?
MGTOW. Yeah, go MGTOW. Fucking been one for a few years now. It's interesting to see. I'm trying to see if I can get the image to come up, but apparently there's an excerpt. Oh, want to destroy a man's reputation and remove him from power for misconduct? This handbook by Dr. Angela Confidential tells you how. Is that a fucking name? Angela Confidential? Okay. How to Destroy a Man Now. Damn. Business psychology psychologist Angela Confidential. Fucking, I wish they'd stop fucking putting her full name down. Empowers women to step-by-step guide for ruining a man's reputation and removing him from positions of power in easy to understand terms. The handbook. Hang on. Yeah, got to
I'll
remember, I'm
continue.
reading
The
this from.
handbook reveals and explains the fundamental dynamics between allegations, the media, the authority as they relate to male misconduct in today's society. It also unveils and details practical, real world methods for leveraging allegations, media, and authorities to dethrone a man. It doesn't give a crap whether or not he deserves it or not, it just tells you how. Now, I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest here. I don't want this book censored. I actually want to put out there because it's good to know that it exists. In fact, if I could find a copy of it, I want to read it because I want to know what could be used against me. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's be perfectly honest here. This is just putting out blatantly what's already out there. All right.
Mm.
This is what actually exists. Okay. This is the situation, whether you like it or not. And I've run into this more than once, and I've managed to get out of it. I'm going to save everybody the details, but it's because, unlike the other men who worked at my job, I'm not an idiot, and I spend all my time being paranoid and assuming every situation can be turned against me. And I hate the fact that I have to do that, but I do it. It's one of the reasons why I
Mm.
work nights here, because then I don't have to deal with anybody. But at my other job, I have to deal with nothing but females, nothing but women. But that's why I'm careful every step of the way. You have to be. Okay, so if you're a man, you're working at a job, you can't let your guard down around women. And I'm sorry, that's the way it is. It didn't used to be this way. It didn't. And I'm terribly sorry to women who aren't bitches, because there's a lot out there who aren't. It's probably a very small percentage of the population who are the feminists, who are destroying relations. And whether you like it or not, it's up to you women who aren't bitches to go deal with the bitches, because we can't. The men are just going to walk away. That's our solution. That's the way out. We just say, nope, sorry, not going to deal with it. Moving on. Don't care. Not going to be your friend, your buddy, your pal. Not going to be your mentor. Not going to talk to you. We're here to do a job. You do your job. I do your job. Let's do it at arms. We're never going to get within 3 feet of each other. Yeah. And oh, those guys want you to wear burqas. I don't care. Whatever. In fact, that'd probably be good for everybody all around. And I hate to say it, feminism is really pushing like Islam, which is really bad for women for some reason. And I don't think they understand that the reason why their male allies aren't fighting as hard to stop them from doing this incredibly stupid plan of encouraging, Muslims to move in and take over their countries is because the men are secretly going, yeah, those Muslims really like me. If I just grow a beard, I can be one of them? That's an option. I don't know if they realize that, though. Your thoughts?
Um, well, just with the like women in the workplaces that I usually um, are in, it typically is either an innocent victim or some stupid prick that can't fucking do the job in the first place that just wants to try and mess the place up. And the innocent victims are usually these girls who have been told, yes, you can be whatever you want your entire like their entire lives. But yeah, okay, so you can join the military. Do you have the muscle mass and the metabolism and all that to actually keep up? No? Well, don't join. Oh, we can't say that? Oh, we might hurt their feelings. And then, people do get hurt and all this kind of stuff. Like, I've seen the flip side of it too, where I've seen a woman come into a workplace where it's just totally blokes, and these are all like, dirty, great big knuckle dragon bikies and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, fucking, and then she's come in, bloody throwing her bloody hips around. I'm a this and I'm a that, and everyone's got a da 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 da, and they last 5 minutes because we don't take their shit. But they do come back and complain, and sometimes it's even the first thing we'll say to them as well. It's like, look, this is really hard and tough and rough, and if it hurts your feelings, please don't sook. Just fuck off and just get on with your life. Nah, they'll go, no worries, we'll do that. And then when things go wrong, they'll kick up the biggest amount of fucking shit and stink. And they wonder why most men don't want to work with women. Anyway.
Well, one, I would have to say that probably the problem, one of the problems is that you remember the negative examples. I'm sure there's plenty of non-negative examples that
Oh, mentioned them.
just kind of fade into the background. But here's I think is the real problem. It's something that Jacob brought up. Yes, we gave women more rights. The problem is that I don't think anybody sat down and explained that with more rights comes more responsibility. Okay, it's the reason why traditionally men have to are the king of their castle, humble of their home, is because it's a bitch. It's a bitch to be a man. Being a man
Yeah.
sucks. It's a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden on you. At any time, you can get called up by your government and sent off to be killed. With more rights comes more responsibility and more things you have to do. It's a burden. Rights are a burden. They're not great, okay? And for somewhere along the line, because men love women, that's the problem. Men love women. We do. We love them and we don't want them to hurt. So we say, yes, you can have more rights. And then they start to do it and they go, oh my God, this is so hard. And then we go, oh, no, 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 let's help you. Well, you can't do that. If they want to be equal to a man, you need to treat them like a man. And being a man means being treated like shit. Men don't, there's no brotherhood. There may be a sisterhood if it exists, but there is no brotherhood. I'll tell you that. We will stab each other in the back in a heartbeat. We might work together in small groups, but when it comes to in the end, if a push comes to shove, it's my people versus your people. You're going down, because it has to be. It has to be. It has to be that way.
Yeah.
The whole, I'm sorry, survival of the fittest bullshit, but that's the way it has to be. So that's the price that you pay. Being a man sucks. We die sooner. We have a lot more responsibilities, overall. That said, I wouldn't want to be anything else, because with all that, it sucks. There's a lot of perks that come with it too. So, but that's the way it goes. Women wanted to be more like men, and then they discovered it was shitty, and then they wanted to be more like men without the price. So that's my thoughts. Anything else?
Yeah. Just in the last couple of days, actually, a funny thing about equality and all this kind of stuff come up. There's this female politician. I can't remember which state she's from. Don't even know her name. She's one of these. Because I was in the army, all women are da, 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 da. Yeah, okay. There's two problems with this little part of that story. Is that one, she was in the army reserves, so she can be all hard soldier 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year, and she was also a brigadier, which means she is so high up the rank chain that she has an office. She never gets her boots dirty, right? So she's there now saying that they should have not segregated fucking codes for these teams, but all the teams now should just be an amalgamation of males and females. Now, the teams I'm talking about are for games like the Australian Football League, which is not soccer, the National Rugby League, and yeah, just fucking the NRL, the AFL, and rugby. And your blokes that play gridiron say that we're fucking crazy because we do what they do, but without any padding and helmets and shit. And they want women to come in and do that now. Yeah.
I'm all for it as long as they pass the same requirements as everybody else. If you lessen it one iota for a woman over a man, sorry, No, I mean, okay, physically on average, women are weaker, but I've seen some women that I'm like, damn, I wish I had a body like that. Yes, I know
Yeah,
what I
but
just said, but that's the far end of the bell curve. But if the far end of the
these
bell curve
blokes,
can kick my ass, then the far end of the bell curve can do a better job than me. Then you should allow it. But the thing is, though, that doesn't happen very often.
but these guys we're talking about here, there's some of them are up around 250 odd kilo, and that's solid muscle. Now you have something like that running at you at 40 kilometers an hour and spear tackles you. You're a big bloke, you're gonna be hurting. You're a Sheila, you're gonna be fucked.
Oh no, I'm certain that very quickly that it'll be that, but that you're going to have a
Hmm.
lot more injuries. But
Oh
again,
yeah,
here's the problem. This is where the problem is. What I just mentioned is, are we going to if they want the right, are they going to have to pay the consequences? I mean, if they say, I know what the consequences are and I'm willing to accept it, that's fine. But if they say, I'm willing to pay for the consequences, oh, by the way, I just got hurt, you know what? Maybe we do need padding in rugby. Maybe
yeah,
maybe the United States isn't that stupid. Maybe we do need the helmets in there. No, dear God, you
yeah. Like that's part of me point there too. Like you see, they're trying to make it plain and plain as day out here. There is no excuse to hit a woman. What about a tackle? Are we going to stop tackling in rugby because fucking poor little women's just want to be touched instead of tackled?
Oh,
No shit.
I personally, I mean, I don't, I'm kind of a pacifist and I won't hit anybody. But let me assure you, when I say that, I mean I can incapacitate you probably with one arm behind my back. We're both going to be on the ground, and I'm going to have you in a very weird, arm lock and leg lock. But I can incapacitate people and take them down. I'm not going to be doing anything else because that's what I need to do with my job is to stop people who are in danger of themselves or others and immobilize them. I do that without even bruising them. I can do that. But that said, this whole don't hit a woman anymore, I'm sorry, but you wanted equality. You've got equality. That means now you start hitting, when I see these videos where this woman is like wailing on this guy, he's like actually trying to punch him, and then she gets in a lucky hit and actually hurts him, and then he just turns around and just pound, and then you see this little woman go, oh, and she's like on the ground in one hit. I'm like going, nope, you had that coming. You
Yeah,
you assaulted him. He stood there, let you assault him, and then he defended himself. And I'm sorry, but the whole you must meet like force with like force. He did. She hit him 12 times. He hit her once. Then she hit the
12
floor.
times a time.
It's just I'm sorry if you go and kick a bull in the nuts, you got to expect it to rip your head off.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That should be the law. Like, if the Sheila hits you 12 times, you should be allowed to hit her once. But
Oh
that
well.
once
Oh,
is at full power.
it is the law technically. The problem isn't that. The problem is that nobody enforces it that way. The unwritten law is, oh, you never hit a woman. But I love it when there's video evidence because then they all go, he did. Oh, really? Well, here's a video evidence of you running up to the guy, kicking him in the shin, him blocking you repeatedly, you hitting him once in the face, and it's obvious you got him good, and then he drops you. Sorry.
Hmm.
You did, and then
Well,
the ones where they always go, "How could you hit a woman?" What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
well, I'm using a motor vehicle accident that happened out here not so long ago as the perfect example. Um, there's, I think I might have mentioned it to you. There's a 19-year-old girl and a 40-something-year-old woman. I knew the 40-something-year-old woman. I knew of the 19-year-old girl. The 40-something-year-old woman went into the local village and had an accident, and everyone was pretty sure that she was too impaired to drive, and they were trying to stop her from leaving. She managed to get out of the car park, screamed down the road. She got 2 minutes out of town and had a head on with this 19-year-old girl. 19-year-old girl, the innocent victim, she died. The Sheila that was drugged up and fucking doing the wrong thing, she survived, and she's only got minor injuries. They charged her on Friday for it. But my point is, everybody was trying their damnedest to try and passively try and stop this Sheila. I definitely would have been of the frame of mind at that point in time that, right, you really need to stop. She stopped.
Oh yeah. No, no, I'm with you. I mean,
And
honestly,
that
that
would have
is
saved.
dangerous. That's like, hi, I'm too drunk to drive and I'm getting behind. You're going to kill somebody. No, no, no. Even if I don't know who you are, no. If I see you're impaired, no. And oddly enough, I have to do that. It's part of my job. I'm a mandated reporter.
Mm,
So if I see a crime in progress, I am required to not only report it, but if possible, stop it. And if I see somebody who's like some drunk woman who's too drunk to get behind there, I'm too going to go no and go, you're assaulting me. I'm saying, no, I work for New York State and I'm required to do this. But I've got that going for me. Most people, they're not brave enough to do that. And with smart
mm.
reason, because if you're not confident enough to do it, what you could, oh, she's going to lie, and you're the one who's going to be in trouble, even though you probably just saved somebody's life. And I hate
Yeah.
to say it, I can't blame anybody who was passively trying to stop her because it was too dangerous for them.
Mm.
They
Yep.
thought of themselves. Okay, it's sad, but I
It
understand.
was more. It was more to the point. Well, we can't hit a woman. We can't incapacitate her. We've got to try and just talk her down. It's like, no, in that situation, that's where you can put hands on.
Oh, actually, I want to talk about what Jacob just brought up real quick here. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, in
yeah,
Australia,
Jacob. That was Australia.
there was
That was
Australia,
Australia.
and I want to mention it kind of. My job within my other job, it used to be about 50-50. 50% men, 50% women. And over the years, it has gone down to very few men, maybe 10%. And very quickly, those men, because they're pretty good at, leadership and whatnot, they wind up moving out of the rank and file. That leaves a
Mm.
lot of women doing some very physical work. These women are crippling themselves, and they wonder why the budget for dealing with workers' comp has gone through the roof in New York State. It's because we're hiring these women to do jobs that even men are finding physically taxing, and they destroy
Yeah,
your back, and they injure you.
yeah.
And I've been attacked and punched in the back like 3 times, and I'm still out on workers' comp right now. I'm only fit for light duty. I cannot do anything physical. That said,
Mm.
I'm probably going to be able to go back to work. I would be surprised if some of these other women just never went back to work again. And that's money. There's a lot of hidden costs to this willful blindness, but because individually we don't see it coming out of our pockets, because the money for these people going out on workers' comp is coming out of my pocket. Everybody in New York State is paying for every person who goes out on workers' comp. We are. That's how it works. We're paying for it out of pocket. But
And
we
yeah,
don't
now
see
you
that.
men-
We
now,
don't see that. We don't see it. It's invisible.
mm. Yeah, but now you mention it, like I do recall the large majority of Sheilas that I know who have been on workers, well, who are still on workers' comp, have been on workers' comp since the accident. And take my last ex Susan, that was in 1997. She's still on workers' compensation and compo and the pension, disability, and all that shit. And I've had far worse back problems than her, and I was able to go back to drive trucks. So, it, and a lot of other women that I know that are on compo are like that. It just seems that like once a woman gets on compensation, that's basically the end of their working career.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And it's not that I want to like label them all as weak and pathetic. It's just that they're told, feminism tells them you have to go out and get a job. So they go out and they get this job, or they go into the military, and this is one of the reasons why the whole reducing the requirements for getting in the army are a damn stupid idea. They get in when they're
Hmm.
not physically fit for it, but you still need to do the same job on the field. You still
Yep.
need to do the same job, regardless if you pass the requirements. You still may not be physically able to do it. And then they go in, they're in a year or two, and then they come out and they are crippled for life. They are.
I just re- I just really don't get the Sheilas who want to be in infantry units while we're at war with Islamic countries. I mean, just the fear of becoming a
On,
POW should just turn you off
honestly,
right
I,
away.
I think it's the feminist propaganda. It's all about their own self-image of like, I'm a brave, badass motherfucker, and I will do whatever I want, and I want to do this. And I mean, some of them are probably, I don't want to be, that guy, but probably, hey, lesbian, whatever, and they think it's part of the whole bull dyke outlook. It's more because of how they view themselves than because of what they actually want to do. I mean, maybe there's some out there who actually want to do it. Okay, and hey, if you're listening, come on the show. Love to hear your point of view. But that said, I mean, and of course, yeah, not all, hashtag not all, we're the bell curve bullshit. But the cases of women who have gone into the army that I know of, when they come out, they are horribly, horribly suffering for it. And it never goes away. Trust me, back injury never goes away. I've got one that's new on this one, the one that I've had for years, and that one still hurts. I push through it. I just ignore it because, hey, that's what you do. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. This is what feminism is doing. Feminism doesn't want women to be feminine, wants them to be masculine.
Yeah.
Then doesn't want men to be masculine, wants them to be feminine. Why? I don't know. Why don't you just be men and women be women, and that's okay? No. We have to switch everything up because we're all interchangeable. Nah, who cares? But
because the little girls are afraid of the big bad men. They want the big bad men to be the nice little girls, like the nice little girls are. Jacob. That was Australia specifically. Yeah, we had a quota for females. I didn't really look much into it after the initial report because it's just a fucking ludicrous story. But yeah, I'm not sure whether they overturned it, the turning down the blokes thing. I'm pretty sure they would have. But yeah, they actually did try and do that. They wanted to try and get 25% females, female strength in the army. And they were basically saying that they were going to stop recruiting blokes until they got this quota of females.
Well, here's, if we do happen to women and hear any women out there actually hear this podcast, it's about this show at some point. Just to let you know, if you want to come on and argue with us, I would love to have you on. Love to have a feminist. I've given up, but for a while there, I was paging, DMing, contacting every feminist I could find and begging them to come on the show. Nobody would even return my phone call or a page, anything.
Yes, feminists.
You are. I would
definitely feminist.
Come on, put me in my place. I'd love to have that conversation. But that said, they hate women. Feminism, fourth wave hates women. That's it.
Yeah. Feminists, come into our world and see how long you can keep up for.
And I promise you, I will bend over backwards to give you every opportunity to express yourself in the fullest, whatever your idea is, no matter how crazy. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty crazy, and I want to hear every juicy detail of your madness. But that said, I will be more than happy to have you come on and express every nuance of your madness. So, but hey, maybe you can prove me wrong, and you can. I love it when I'm wrong. There's nothing I love more than being wrong, because you know what it means. I've already taken my position. I've already made my choices. So either I'm right or I'm wrong. If somebody can come along and show me that I'm wrong, guess what? I get to be right from now on. So come on, prove me I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
And oh yeah, it seems like the only real news out of Australia has been Bering lately.
Yeah, he took a little break for a couple of weeks there. Honestly, Bering seems like a nice bloke, but I get the general impression he'd be a real fuckwit in real life.
Nobody I've talked to have had a lot of things positive to say about Bering when they met him. But, it's like there isn't much difference between his persona in real life, to be honest. From everything I've been told. I haven't met the guy myself, and I don't care. Like, you could be an asshole in real life. I'm good. He has his thing, and he succeeds. Yeah.
Well, I don't really know much about him either, but I think he's from Melbourne. That's probably where the abrasiveness comes between the two of us, because, New South Wales and Melbourne's a bit of a rivalry there.
Gotcha. Anyway, moving on to silly things. Lobster emoji gets 2 more legs following design complaints.
Jake the pig with his 2 extra legs.
Apparently, lobsters have to have 8 legs. Now, I'm gonna direct people to the screen, the lower right-hand corner. You see that little spider icon there? It's only got 6 legs. You know why it's only got 6 legs? Because then it's not as scary. Okay? The more legs you put on something, the more creepy it gets. Plain and simple. All right?
I like the laziness of this article. Like, they didn't even show a picture of the before and after or something.
Oh yeah, it's just a little thing here. There's not much here, but the thing is that the reason why it probably was missing 2 legs is because the less legs you have, the less creepy something is. Okay, we don't like things with 8 legs. And trying to
Oh,
fix it by
actually,
giving it 10 legs is not exactly a step in the right direction. Now you're getting towards centipede, but
no. I see what's going on here. This is a thinly veiled plea for help from the director of the Emoji Movie, and it's really actually saying, please buy the Emoji Movie on DVD, please. That's what this says.
you know what? That probably makes a lot more sense than anything else. Because
Because when's that coming out on DVD?
I don't know of anybody who gives a rat ass how many legs a lobster emoji has. I don't even know why there is a lobster emoji. Who has the time to give a crap about these emojis?
People who obviously didn't want a picture of a water gun on the emoji list.
No, I will admit, I believe lobsters do have 10 legs, so that is anatomically correct. But it's a simplification of reality. It's an emoji. Okay, I'm sorry, but hold on one sec.
I kind of vaguely
I'm looking at
remember
this smiley face and I'm going, it's blowing air out its nose, but it doesn't actually have a nose. How can that be? All the emojis must have noses. And human beings' heads aren't perfectly round. Why are they perfectly round? There needs to be cheekbones and all this other stuff. This is, come on.
No. It's worse than that. It's racist. See, it's got yellow skin and slanty eyes.
Possibly.
Hey, I do vaguely remember hearing something about an emoji or something about a picture of a lobster that needed to be rectified somehow. And I vaguely remember hearing that the explanation for the reason why it didn't have the correct amount of legs was because of the way it was drawn. It was actually anatomically incorrect to add the legs because they would have been hidden anatomically behind other pieces. So to actually add the legs, you're actually making the thing look anatomically incorrect. I vaguely remember hearing that from somewhere. I just can't remember.
I suspect that's the case. I mean, how would you even see all 8 legs? Maybe it's in profile, so you only see half the lobster. So it doesn't have 8 legs. It only has, it should only have 5. I mean, but this is just the level of, this is first world problems right here. Anyway, moving on.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is just more polls about how Donald Trump is kicking everybody's ass.
Oh, there's an Elizabeth Hurley showing off her bikini thing. Ooh,
Anyway, moving
she's
on.
52.
Back to Florida man. Florida man. Police man's target practice leaves bullet holes in wall. Authorities say a Florida man who was taking target practice in his home was arrested after bullets went through the wall into his neighbor's apartment. A Cape Coral police news release says 61-year-old Ivan Bach. Ivan. I'm thinking Russian. What do you think? I'm thinking this is a Russian who is actually shooting up people in his apartment. Yes. This is the Russian mafia. This is the guy who was trying to rig the election right here. We've caught him in Florida. But okay, just for people who don't realize, do not target practice in your own house with a gun.
Well,
Okay.
they used to have this little device that you could set up around your house. I can't remember whether it was simunition or a laser or something like that, but the purported that you could actually use your own gun to hit these targets around your own home. So maybe he thought he had one of those.
I believe most states have rules about discharging guns within a certain distance of property that's designed as residential. Sorry that took so long to get out, but I was trying to think of the exact term there. But you shouldn't be discharging guns anywhere in a residential area unless your life is in danger. So, this guy could have killed somebody.
He was rather thoughtful. I mean, he did tape several books together and paint a target on them so he could, hit the books better and,
Yeah, no, I get that part, but I used to live when I was broke. I used to live in a trailer home, mobile home, And we used to call them shotgun homes because all you need to do is stand at one end with a shotgun with a scatter shot, fire at once, and you'll probably at least hit everybody there, if not kill everybody in the entire thing. I mean, there's a reason why we call them shotgun homes, is because all it takes is one shotgun blast to hit everybody. The bullets go through everything. I don't care how many books you tape together. Remember that guy, what was it, a couple of month or two ago, where he told his girlfriend to shoot him? They shot the bullet through a book. That was a year ago?
Yeah, that was almost a year ago. Yeah, man. I did a video on that.
Oh, yeah, and then he got killed. I mean, like, wow, that's a way to remove from the gene pool.
But that doesn't fucking matter anyway. He didn't matter whether he was holding a volume of the Little Golden Book in front of him or like the Encyclopedia Britannica. It didn't matter. The fucking Desert Eagle's designed to take out engine blocks in cars. Like,
oh, my thing is that even if the book somehow stopped the bullet, the kinetic energy probably would have broken your ribs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the bullet went through it like a hot knife through butter, anyways. I mean, but still.
But that's another thing you hear of like other stories. Like I did bring this up with in the video that I did on this subject, and like there was talk of other people, like a school kid who caught a bullet in his school bag, and it got caught by a book. Well, that's where these people got the idea from. But like, yeah, hang on, you still got to ask a few more questions. How far was the bullet fired from? Was it a ricochet? How many books did it go through first before it was stopped by that bullet? What caliber was the gun? Because I guarantee you it wasn't something that'll pierce armor. It'd be something really pissy, like a 380 or something like that. So, yeah, what about all of those circumstances? No, they just went and grabbed the biggest fucking thing they could find and just went, yeah, this'll do. What's the worst that can happen? Famous last words.
Anyway, moving on. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I want to bring it up again because I love this story. Runaway cow defends its freedom in Poland. Remember when I talked about the cow that escaped weeks ago?
Cows with guns.
Apparently it is still free. Local governor in Poland says cow that escaped while being taken to a slaughterhouse is still avoiding capture, even though the order to kill it has been canceled. Well, apparently nobody told the cow that it isn't being taken to the slaughterhouse anymore. But this thing is, and I quote, a cunning and clever, and uses the difficult terrain to trick the search group. Wow, I like this cow. It's outthinking people, swimming from island to island to avoid. But if they ever capture it, they're going to put it in a local animal reserve. But this is so brave and strong-hearted, we decided to keep it. But I just love this story. This story is awesome. This is how badass Poland is. Even their cows are badass.
Yeah, this is exactly like the song. It's like there's a scrawny little calf, looked kind of woozy. No one suspected he was packing an Uzi. Cows with guns.
He's forming the cow underground in Poland, but not. But he doesn't. Poland's not that bad. So, but yeah, that's how bad the cow is.
For bovine freedom, we will hang our large heads high. We will run free with the buffalo or die.
That's
cows with guns.
That's literally what is happening with this cow. He's running with bison, I'm sorry. But yes, hashtag cows lives matter, Jacob. Cow lives matter. Well, moving on to one last thing. Who ran the Olympics? The Winter Olympics? Apparently, it was a volunteer corps of mostly young women.
No. Who didn't run the Olympics? Who was the financier for the Olympics? It was what was the runner of the Olympics?
Oh well.
Sorry, you were asking the question. Sorry,
no.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were asking the question.
Oh no. Yeah, this is the actual article. Apparently, mostly women volunteered to run the Olympics for free. Apparently, they were having a hard time raising enough money, so a lot of people just pitched in to run the Olympics. And
we kind of did the same thing in the 2000 Olympics. We had volunteers.
Oh yeah. But apparently, it was mostly women. 50% of the volunteers were women, and that rose to 70% in the games in 2014. And then what was it? What was the number? I saw it here. I think it was up to 78% women running it. I forget where I read that. But at any rate here, yeah, apparently it's a long tradition for when it shows up in, the Korean Peninsula. But it struck me as an odd note that, because I don't know if you've been keeping track of the history with the Olympics, it's a money loser. Every time those
Oh yeah,
Olympics come along, it is hemorrhaging money. They were having a devil of a time finding anybody who'd even take the next Summer Olympics. No, wait, two
yeah,
summer. I think the next one's okay, but the one after that, they didn't have any takers, and it was like defaulting to, I forget how, but it was like they were having real
yeah.
problems.
They're playing them pretty much two games ahead. So when we got Sydney, when we got announced that Sydney was going to have the 2000 Olympics, there were already two Olympics already planned before we were going to get ours. Well, hang on,
Well, a lot
pretty
of the
sure that.
problems
Yeah,
is it's so heavily. I mean, this is a perfect example. It's so heavily regulated. There are so many regulations that need to be followed. So many problems that, financially speaking, it's next to impossible to actually enforce. Building the
yeah,
infrastructure it's the biggest, like, well,
yes,
afterwards you can use all of these stadiums and stuff for whatever you need.
not
No.
really, not
No,
really.
they become hollow, burned out shells covered in graffiti. It's the
Yeah.
worst thing that ever happens to a country is to sign up for the Olympics, and which raises the question for me: is it perhaps time to retire the Olympics?
Mm,
I mean, I love the concept,
well,
but I just don't think it's financially viable anymore. Or maybe it needs to
well.
stop visiting
See,
places and they need one place to hold the Olympics all the time so they can cut down on the overhead.
well, I'm a bit more of a traditionalist on this, and kind of like if you ever watched the documentary One Day in September, um, that's about the Munich Olympics and uh, the terrorist attack that happened there. But yeah, there's the one bloke that they were focusing on from the Israeli team. His wife was saying that the first thing that they did when they got to Munich was they saw that there was the Palestinian team over there, and the first thing this bloke wanted to do was go over and say good day to them and say, "Oh yeah, just talk shop with them and that." And his wife was like, "But hang on, they're Palestinians. Don't you hate each other?" And he's like, "No, but that's the point. Here's the Olympics. We're not Palestinians and Israelis. We're all athletes." So
Oh, I love
I
the
don't know. I
concept,
kind
but the problem is that that's decades ago. I'm a part of me was
Yeah, I know
wondering
that.
how much. I didn't watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't watch any sports anymore. I'm boycotting every form of sports after the whole NFL bullshit. So I don't follow on sports at all. But part of me
Yeah.
is wondering, on some level, I'm wondering how much social justice were moved in there. Korea's not as bad, but still, I've heard a lot of bad things
Mm.
about Japan. So I'm wondering how far social justice has made its way over there. But I wish there was like somebody who could give me some backdrop on this and like what the effects were. I'm curious
Mm.
because if it was positive, hey, that's great. I'm glad that it was mostly all female volunteer force. But I'm kind of curious as to how things actually were working. I don't have any predictions. I'm just curious.
Well, yeah, it would be interesting to see if, like, yeah, of all people, it's going to be the South Koreans that would turn something that would be a waste of money like this into something that would be either semi-profitable or at least make your money back.
Oh yeah, break even on the Olympics, that'd be great. But I don't see it happening. And I believe the only ones up next are like Russia and some other dictatorship. So,
It wasn't some
oh hey, my Dodge,
South
what's
American
up?
country.
How's it going, brother?
Oh, we actually got to the end of the
Hello.
topics. How you doing?
Oh man, you're over already? Damn
Well,
it.
no, we can backtrack on a few things for you if you'd like. There wasn't a lot of politics this week, or although now that we got three, do you guys want to push through Fashion Police? I hate to do without Gwendy and Drew, but
Uneasy.
I'm down. Let me pull up your page real quick. I just ended my live stream literally 45 seconds ago. So
that works for me. Have you witnessed Fashion Police?
no, but you told me about it. I think I can handle it. We look at pictures and we say yay or nay, right?
No, we take the piss out of them.
Something like that, yeah. Any rate, you know what? We keep putting off Fashion Police, and as much as I'd like to have everybody else here, if we got three people, I think we got enough to go through, and I
Yeah.
think that's enough to handle the cringe. So, you know what? I got nothing else to do for another hour or two. If you guys are up for it, we can push through this.
Yeah, maybe.
You up for it, Dodge? Oh, by the way, hey, Dodge, you just, big milestone for Dodge. You just got 800 subs.
Yeah, I'm becoming a bigger fish in a small pond. Yeah.
Well, give me a second to switch things up so I'm ready to do this.
But I saw Jacob is in your chat. What's up, Jacob? He's a regular over on my channel, too. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, but he ditched yours for ours, so Anakin.
By the way, just because he's never, I don't know if Dodge has seen this one. Hold on. Let me fix something.
But yeah, I got a few super chats today. So I took some shots of vodka. So it should be fun, man. I'm nice and buzzed.
All right, can you see the fashion police? The chat? Or do you want to see it as I actually upload it to the main screen?
Yeah, share it to the main screen because
Okay.
I don't see it.
All right, gotcha. We're gonna do an oldie but goodie just because I love this one. Ah, you have to. I just love revisiting Trollface. Look at that! Look at that! This is just the stupidest. This is cutting edge fashion, by the way. These are from fashion shows. These are available for purchase.
Yeah. Well, no. Is the tinfoil hat available for purchase? My daughter is looking at it like she might want one.
Yeah, but that's a jizzing cock, though.
You've got to see the shirt. I mean, I think I showed it to you before, but it's that frowny face. When I saw it, I just couldn't crash up. Anyway, we're gonna go with this is an older picture, so we're gonna go with the new stuff now. Starting off with the old stuff. Party, do you need me to upload it to the Fashion Police thread too at the same time?
Where else is it?
Oh, or can you see it off the main screen?
I can see it off the YouTube screen. Yeah.
I think you'll remember some of these, Farty, because this is where we're going over some of the older ones. But there we're onto the Versailles ones. Oh God, he's wearing a rug.
So, yeah, that is pretty much a rug, and I think it's a little ridiculous. Is that like a Persian rug? Are they cultural appropriation to Persian people?
Most likely.
Yeah, I think that's wrong, and I think they should stop it.
This is like pure. I don't know. He also looks so gone. I mean, like, is that a vampire? I'm honestly wondering if that's a vampire. Is that a baseball cap he's wearing?
That is a baseball hat, but it's not a baseball team, which makes him a loser. At least go for the Dodgers or the Mets or something. I mean, at least have a real baseball team.
What team is he supporting?
He's not supporting any team. It's just a baseball cap style. So he's really a fucking cunt.
Again with the leopard print. I keep wondering what's in that bag, though.
Marijuana.
Oh, hold on one sec. We might get feta as well.
Okay, so this guy, I would say he looks like the homeboy from The Walking Dead, you know, with the tiger. So I would say he has that going for him. He maybe has a little shaft action going. I think this could work. This could be a good style. Only for the black people, though. You know, us white people, we're gonna appropriate it, and that's not okay, right?
It is a shaft thing there. It's just Although I wonder if it's so shiny. Like I can't figure out what he's got. I just don't. It just doesn't visually make sense. No matter how much I blow it up, I can't figure out why it's got that weird reflection on it. Is it plastic? Is that an actual raincoat? I'm wondering if it's a raincoat.
That's interesting.
I don't know, but I think it works. I think he's going for the badass angle, and I think he pulls it off.
Look at the right arm. You can definitely tell that's like a printed piece of plastic.
Yeah, I think it might actually be a plastic raincoat that just... I mean, he's pulling it off. I'm not saying all of these are bad, but, you know, trust me, they get there. They get there.
Yeah, I gotta give 1 thumb up for this one. Not 2, but 1.
Oh, no, this was redundant. Now,
All right,
on this
so
one
next.
is... proportion-wise, it just... Is she a midget? Or is she... I'm having a lot of visual problems here.
It looked like she had nice lips. I mean, but that's not the same chick. Who's this other chick on the screen?
I'm not sure if it's a... she's got to be like... This is not your... I mean, doesn't she look like she's like 80 years old?
No, that's what's her name? What's his name in drag? Fucking from Bullet, but he
It's the proportions of the face that's boggling me. It just doesn't seem to fit. Like is she? Maybe it's the makeup. I don't know. It looks like it's just a short person, but then it doesn't. Like, is this a miniature? I don't know. It like visually, it's just disturbing me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's the huge boots that also mess with my head, because if she is legitimately as far from the person next to her as I think she is, that is a very short woman. And those are some huge-ass boots.
Well, those are some huge boots, but if you want to talk about the outfit itself, the dress is a nice Dodger blue, and it's a short skirt type style, which I like. I mean, so
Hey, Feta.
I could be okay with the dress.
It's Mickey Rourke in drag.
Yeah, trust me, not all of these are horrible.
I'm not talking about the one wearing the dress. I'm talking about the dress itself, right? This is fashion police.
Yeah, it's about the fashion here, but some of the makeup styles and does get. And trust me, some of the additions to the dress are the problem.
I thought the whole idea was to take the piss out of it.
I do appreciate the otters she's wearing on her fucking feet. That's nice. She's got like otters, like she stuck her.
Now
feet
this is where you're going to start seeing the asymmetricality coming up all the time, where one half is one thing, the other half is the other. Like you got half plaid, half rug.
Like Doctor Who.
Yeah, half looks like.
Okay, what is that? That is bullshit.
Yeah, and then he's got the man bag.
Oh, I would punch that guy in the face. I'm sorry.
Has he got a fob chain? I think he's got a fob chain.
Yeah. At this point, fuck the NAP. I'm knocking this guy out.
Well, I'd say that outfit violates the NAP, so.
Yeah, thank you. I agree with that.
Yeah, the further along we get, the more you're going to see. Oh yeah, symmetricality. Things being even. Who cares? Patterns, solids, and plaids. He's wearing a man purse. Yeah.
No, he has a man purse. That's not okay.
And it's felt. It's a felt man bag.
Didn't Mary Poppins have a bag like that?
I totally disagree with that. That's not okay.
Looks like it's made out of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, it does, right?
Now, this one isn't too bad, but I kind of feel like he's like an extra in some sort of Bond movie as a villain.
This is Hans. He's going to take out the guards near the safe door.
Is that Milo?
Yeah, I mean it's the look.
It kind of looks like Milo. I'm just saying.
If Milo was shaved, yes. He was like, "Hello, how's it going?" Yes.
This guy looks like he wants to flash me. That's what it is.
Yes, that's it. That's what he looks like. He's a flasher. Like if it was more clothes and then suddenly he just went wow and he was naked underneath, I'd be like, "Nope, called it."
Although, if I was gonna wear a trench coat, that's pretty cool. I could dig that trench coat. Not for the price they're asking, I'm sure.
Oh, I give you, it is a nice trench coat.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that nice beige look. I mean, that's all right.
Preferring khaki.
Who is this? What's this super like? I get that bullfighters are supposed
What
to be
the
fucking
fuck
bland,
is
but
this
holy
guy
shit!
wearing? What the fuck is this, dude?
They did that.
Where's the bottom button? No,
Yeah.
the bottom button needs to be there.
Yeah,
They
we
put
don't
the
need to
bottom
see.
button.
He doesn't have a belly button. He was cloned. Only
He's
humans have
holding
belly
the rest of
buttons.
the curtain.
Yes, he's got the rest of the
Rest
curtain in his hand.
This was made out of.
Yeah, this shit ain't right. This is like the Lannister shirt or something.
And it's
A little
the
Game of
corduroy
Thrones
pants.
joke, but
It's the what is the V for on his belt? That's what I want to know. Is it like is he a superhero?
Virgin.
yeah, V for Vendetta, man. I mean, come on.
This
now.
is like the
Very fucking.
oh, but that's corduroy. That is definitely corduroy.
Now that's actually an arrow pointing down that says not for the women.
yeah. Don't
No,
suck
no.
here, right?
I'm with stupid.
Well, no. It's actually an arrow pointing down. It says vagina here. He's actually he's actually mid-dream.
Yeah. No, but the shirt has over long sleeves, but a short belly area. It's ridiculous.
And it makes it more off-putting with that change of color, just that little bit down from the shoulder too. Just makes it look a lot longer than it's supposed to be, or out of proportion.
We have another guy wearing a rug. I don't think we need to go into this one too much detail.
Oh, it's nice. I like it.
Oh, I thought you had one of Trump then.
I love the carpet and the drapes are actually getting recognized as fashion.
Oh, carpets and drapes
Speaking
are
of
always
drapes.
recognized as.
Yeah, this is somebody
Carpet.
cut up a 18th century like couch.
Wingback chair.
Yes, I mean it's
Yeah, it's like
You
a
even see
shag
the padding.
carpet.
You see the padding in the jacket. And the hat.
it actually
What's
acts
with
as
that
it's
hat?
inflatable. Like if he's washed out to sea, it'll keep him afloat.
No. That's the self-drying jacket in dry mode.
Well, then that's really useful though, right?
Why does
we
his
should
man
be
bag-
in support of that?
Why does his
hat
man
and
bag have
shoes has it
tassels?
too.
He has tassels.
This is fucking Gucci's birth control you wear. Fucking shit.
This is Gucci booth control. Yes, you have it.
Well, you wear shit, but it costs $3,000 for a pair of pants. So I mean,
Now,
can they
don't get
really
me wrong.
justify that?
I actually kind of like this one. It's the boots don't look right with it being plaid too, but like if the boots were solid black, I'd be totally with this. But
Oh, she's got the Catholic schoolgirl thing going on. I like that.
It's the
I'm pretty
Irish
sure
Catholic schoolgirl.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've
I'm
seen the
digging
porno
that.
this was out of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, where is this? I've seen this on Pornhub somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So
the
I
Russian
think we
college.
can all agree that this one is okay.
yeah, this
We're
one is
good with
okay
that.
right up until I see the boots. Then I'm just going. For some reason, the boots are bad.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the boots? I'm more worried about the skirt being hiked up and the money shot. Just saying.
I understand.
I mean, that's the route we were going here, right? I mean, we're talking about it's like a Catholic schoolgirl outfit, so I mean, we already know where they're headed here.
I think the
This one-
the Pornhub video you're looking for is the Russian College series.
Ah, there we go.
I'll be writing that down.
Just do what I do. Commit it to memory.
I don't know why, but for some
Yeah.
reason, I think she's dressed like a maid. Like she's got that little.
Yeah.
I know that's not the effect they're going for, but the way that white patch looks, it looks like she's wearing a maid outfit with a tiger on the little bib thing. They
Well,
wear.
no, and how cold is the climate? Because that is some layers, homie.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I expect her to like go wandering about in like I don't know, like an ice age and be fine because that looks like some damn warm clothes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That is some layers, dude.
Although
I
the,
don't know.
look at
If we're
whatever-
talking fashion, I don't
again
know
with the
about that.
tassels, there's tassels everywhere.
Yeah, well, if you look at everybody else, it does look like this would be a place where they'd have all the bloody doors and windows open. It'd be minus fucking 4 outside, just for ambience.
There's too many rug patterns. I don't like it. Oh gosh, yes, the referee.
The referee with the shiny PVs, like I don't know, is that plastic pants? I mean,
He's bringing the '80s back with the pants and making sure the referees get their fashion too. It's like if White Snake was a referee.
Oh
you
my
can just
god!
see, you can just
See, no,
see this guy out in the fucking.
Fuck all of you. This is why baseball is better than soccer. Do you see this cunt? This is why. All right.
I
right.
just have
When you run
nothing
around
to
in
say.
a circle, when you run around in a
Hey,
circle for
it's not
5
a
minutes and you
circle,
can't
it's a
keep up with
diamond.
it.
It's
All right,
not a
it's a
circle,
diamond
it's a
then.
diamond.
Yeah, but it's half the
you.
size of the field, and you don't go backwards and forwards. You only go around it once, and then you have a big
Have
old
you
sit down
seen-
and all that.
No. Have you seen Clayton
Have you
Kershaw
played
pitch?
soccer?
Have you?
Have you
Yes,
played
I
soccer?
have. And soccer sucks. Baseball.
So you're a gay
I
cunt then.
haven't.
So you're a gay
Something-
cunt then. You play soccer.
No. Base- God
Gotcha.
damn it.
Something borrowed, something.
I played
new,
soccer in PE when I was in school. Damn it.
Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something extremely blue. Look at this guy with the
Blue,
half the
yeah.
fur.
Yeah. Did he kill a unicorn for that? I'm just asking for a
It's
friend.
like he killed Admiral Thrawn and then decided to wear the fucking, like, can't remember what it's called, that Admiral Thrawn wears, a little basilisk thing on hit. It's a Star Wars thing. And then he decided to do that to Admiral Thrawn. I just killed the stream.
What are those? Are those blue suede shoes? I'm trying to figure it out.
The
Like-
pants are.
I mean, he's got the high waters
Well-
going on.
Well, and he went with the cop glasses. You noticed that, so
Oh yeah.
you got a good reflection off the cop glasses.
Moving on.
Blue fabrics matter.
Yeah, the North remembers.
Ooh.
Now this one actually wasn't too bad. It kind of worked.
Yeah, they just pulled him out of the crowd.
Yeah, he looks actually normal, you know, and we're going through all the pictures regardless, so I wanted to, like, a few normal people here and there. It's not that bad.
Yes, and the one behind, too, isn't too bad. Like, the one behind's got a little bit of a weird thing with that
Oh, what?
extra jacket, but...
Wait till it comes into focus.
Oh, shit, we have gay Neo.
Again with the man bags. I don't get it, but, you know, this guy looks also like a supervillain.
He
Like,
looks
'cause
like he's
he's-
been dipped in paint up to his tits.
He's got lacquer in his hair, and he's wearing the gloves because he's afraid to actually have any physical contact because of the lesser
it's-
humans have diseases.
It's like the fruity, like...
He's got one of those pretentious diseases where he has to walk around looking like he's gay and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
You can even see it. It's not. Yeah, it does look like they literally dropped that in some sort of paint because the lines aren't even.
Now these two look like they're a brother and sister super. This is like the supervillain collection. I don't know about you, but this always
This
just
is the,
this looks like
this
this.
is the one where the bloke looks like he's got the Sheila's nose and the Sheila looks like she's got the bloke's nose.
Yes, I remember this
Mhm.
one. Yes, I mean look at it. It looks like they've been photoshopped to where her nose was put on his face and his nose was put on her face. Look at it. It's so
But still
cute.
fuck that Sheila though.
It does look like it. She's wearing the young Hillary.
That
Clinton
nose is
wearing-
huge. And his is so tiny for his face. It's so weird to look at. But yes.
I wonder if they did Photoshop that just for the look, you know, maybe that's the new thing in fashion. It's like, yeah, we're just not getting people to actually wear shit, but we're just going to physically manipulate their bloody faces so they look different.
Why is
That
the
explains
beads on
some
her
of the
neck
weird
all off to
symmetry,
one
too.
side? And she's got this little weird thing on her lapel. It looks like two balls and a sun and an arrow. It looks like
Or
the
two balls
weirdest.
and a dick.
Yeah, I mean, it's, well, maybe, I don't know. I can't explain what it looks like. It's just odd.
Mm-hmm.
I like the. I like the vest though. So soft. Oh shit.
Touch the
They're
fairy
evil.
vest, eh?
They're just evil. You can tell. You see these people, they're
Yeah.
evil. That is just pure evil. She's got a shag purse. I don't know. And there's like vague. It's I don't.
I thought she had a handle attached to her cat.
Oh, that's the easiest way to carry your pet is to just attach. You know, she has no problem with body modifications of her pet. Yeah, put the handle on my cat, so it's easy to carry it.
It's a fancy duster. Feather duster.
So this woman knows her job's cleaning.
Oh,
If he
yeah, I
doesn't,
can get
it's
behind
not.
that, Dad.
Oh, you got
It's like that's a smoking jacket. That is a good smoking jacket. I will give him that. But I don't know. Those ears, man. Catch wind with those ears.
It's young Willem Dafoe.
He's got ears big enough he could actually detect an F-35.
What the fuck?
She
love
looks
this
like
Now-
she don't trust him.
Now this one is just the expression on her face and where she's looking, and then this guy is like, "Yes, I am wearing a all black tuxedo. I have crushed flowers on my lapels, and I am awesome." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I can agree. He is awesome." Just looking at his crotch.
Rich
I
cunt
believe
buys
she is,
$20,000 tripper.
I mean,
No,
that
she
is
totally is just staring at his crotch.
like he is just checking out his junk. That's all she's doing. It's like, yes,
You know,
after this is over,
she-
you are going to fuck me.
She actually looks like she's doing the surreptitious, is he there? And he sort of actually looks a bit
No,
more like
but-
he's like the...
That dress, there's nothing under it, and it's only got one button holding it
Can
on.
I just be the one to say hashtag me too?
Oh, yeah.
But you wanted to be raped by Harvey Weinstein as well.
That dress she's wearing, I'm betting that one little button on her hip, you remove that, the whole thing peels away, one shot.
Oh, I want to see that. We can't do that, can we?
I wish we could, but I'm betting that's the case.
Mhm.
Well, now I'm disappointed. I'm too drunk for this shit. What the fuck, Eldritch?
Now this is not about the fashion. This is about the symbol in the background. If this is not like the most Nazi symbology I've ever seen, I don't know what is. This looks so totalitarian.
When did
It's
Shield?
Wonder Woman.
I don't. It just looks evil. Okay, these just
It's
looks
Wonder
evil.
Woman.
It's not Wonder Woman. It's Wonder Woman. Yes. I don't know.
Wonder Woman, go and get those GI scum. I see nothing.
When
I'm
the
going to
shark
make a phone call on my
bites
handy.
and the teeth sticks, you should know it's Mac the Knife. I don't know. I just like the silver
chrome
shiny lounge singer. And the black guy in the background's like, "Yes, I'm wearing a xylophone. I'm
Oh
so
my God.
sorry."
Can you wear that silver suit or whatever, that goldish head? Like, come on now.
That's what you do the
Sergeant.
robot in. And there's a little paw on his lapel. That's the part that I love. But the guy with the xylophone in the back, he's like, "Yes, I'm wearing a xylophone. I'm the token black
It's
guy."
Sergeant Pepper's Smelly Farts Club Band.
Yeah. With the one guy with the boring tux in the middle, just like, I'm here.
I'm the
It's
one
fun,
normal
I'm
person that
filling in.
I'm a contrast against.
I'm filling in for Jeff. He couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah, couldn't make it. Yeah. And yeah. Anyway.
This one gets my vote for creepiest ever.
Welcome to Mr.
Yep.
Rogers' neighborhood.
Welcome to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I've got a Hindu god over my shoulder who's clawing at me. I don't know what the hell it is.
It's a wonderful day in my hood. We're gonna learn about Krishna, motherfucker. Sorry.
Oh, I like the Mortal Kombat reference on the last one was good.
Could you be mine? Would you leave it? My neighbor. No, motherfucker. I don't like you.
When I-
Fucking Elton John in the background.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day to be a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I'd like to move into your neighborhood someday. But whenever I do that, y'all up and move away. Oh,
Hey, was it
What
true that
is
dude
this?
used to be a seal?
why?
That what?
No, that was just a rumor.
Is it true that dude? Oh, yeah.
That there were tattoos under the sweater because he wore them all the time? Nah, that was just a rumor, but it was a great rumor. I saw a great picture with him once where he's sitting there and somebody photoshopped a gun into his hand and he said, "Welcome to my hood."
Welcome to my neighborhood. Get the fuck out.
But what the hell is that thing over his shoulder? I just don't get it. Like, and that is one on his chest. That is one pissed off Cupid. Oh.
Yeah, it's a Balinese god figure, something Buddhist thing.
Yeah, I say it's either Buddha or Krishna.
Buddha.
Kalima.
Buddha.
That's where I'm at.
When you want to smoke after yoga.
When you want to smoke after bum
yeah,
sex.
you're right. He's wearing yoga stretch pants. He's wearing yoga stretch pants, a really bizarre colored smoking jacket. And the jawline though. I mean, that is a beautiful jawline, man. I'm like, man, your hair is perfect, except for the.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what his boyfriend said too.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly.
I'm just gonna make sure we get this part just right. You need to look as manly as you can. They need to see in you what I see in you, okay?
You sure that I can't have the little mustache and nose? No, not with that part. No.
Here's the boyfriend.
When you suck my dick, damn it. This guy doesn't look like a psycho.
This guy looks like he killed something and is wearing it on his shoulders, and he is ready to kill again. If you say anything about the floral planter on my cape and coat, I will strangle you myself. I don't know.
The flower shop mafia boss.
He kind of actually more looks a bit like I'm going to spit on your back tonight and you are going to like it.
Yes. It's I don't know.
It won't be spit.
It'll have it in it, but it won't be spit. It'll have SH and IT in it, but it's not spit. He looks like the kind of person that'd go and pick up a guy from a bar and, show him a good time and then
eat
be
him,
a real dick
like
and
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Give him a dirty Sanchez. No, give him a dirty Sanchez.
This kid looks like he hates life. He's just like, yes, you made me come out here with this stupid, ugly sweater and a crown, and I want to die.
Little Lord Fauntleroy.
I want to know what his name is because his initials is on his belt, DG. I'm just.
There's going to be some fucking thing pretentious.
The angels are wearing glasses.
Gorgianus.
His name's Detergent.
The angels are wearing glasses.
Oh, no.
They are begging to be beat up.
Dolmio Grin.
There's a Bond villain in the making.
You still with us, Dodge? Or are you too drunk?
I think he died.
That happens. Well, if he comes back, he comes back.
I'm trying to. I subscribe to him, by the way.
Well, speaking of Dolmio Grins, that's what happens when you come up from giving head to a woman that's got on a rags. You come up with a Dolmio Grin.
What the
hell? He's wearing a red carpet for a suit. On top of it, it looks like somebody with a knife slashed up a bunch of denim pants and then turned it into a coat. And now he's wearing a crown.
Stole some homeless guy's cloak.
Well, that's the king of Canada. You see, that's the Canadian royal family. You see,
how many different rabbits did he kill to make that coat? Is what I want to know. It's made out of pelts. It is. No.
You know what the interior is? It's car seats.
He's wearing. Yeah, this is like hobo chick. He's wearing a car seat, and then he cut up a bunch of denim pants and made them into a coat, and then slaughtered some bunny rabbits and sewed them into the liner, and then he put a crown on his head and put on yellow socks. What the fuck?
It's to go with the fucking uber Chinese red frickin' suit he's wearing.
And those are some nice shoes. Those look like okay shoes, but what is going on here?
As the token Chinese are just like, you need to wear a China on you, and then we'll cover you up with the hobo just jacket. You'll be fine. Wear this crown.
I just want to see Mario come running underneath to jump up and punch the heart and get a 1-up.
This guy was at the Gay Mardi Gras in Sydney and he got lost.
Here's the thing: if I don't even conceive in the shirt, it's just there's a weird flower pattern on those pants too. But if I walked into a school and saw somebody wearing this, I would feel obligated to beat the shit out of them.
That would
Well, he's advertising the fact he likes a Daimyo grin too.
I like that. The missing Red Ranger. Again with the DC. I don't get it. Maybe it's DC Comics. I don't know.
Holy shit.
Dodge is missing some. No, it's not. Although this kid looks like he's like 12.
Yeah.
That looks like a child. This looks like child abuse. And he looks like he's a midget. He does. He does not look proportionally right. He looks like he's like 3 feet tall.
You can excuse him for the jacket being pink, but the socks kind of make me worried.
And it's the pinstripe pants. I don't know. I just don't
And the bow tie tuxedo underneath.
Yeah.
Oh my.
This
is Richie Rich on crack. This is Richie Rich if he took LSD. I like that. Richie Rich on LSD.
Richie Rich and Willy Wonka put together. Just fucking. Want some candy? Whoa.
No, this is Want Some Candy. This is like, hey, little girl, would you like come back to... Actually, this is kind of what a vegan pedophile wears. You know, hey, I've got a whole bale of kale in my van. You want to come in, kid?
And
want some gluten-free candy?
No. Duck Dynasty after they made their money.
I don't know.
Yes, thank you.
Because there was actually a camo pattern like that back in the late 90s called Advantage Cams. And, it's just basically printed oak leaves and shit on it.
Other than the aluminum foil, it looks okay.
Yeah, it looks okay, except for the man bag and the aluminum foil pants.
Kingsman.
Yeah, this looks like the Kingsman. It looks like the Kingsman.
Eggsy.
I bet if you pull that cross off his lapel, you could throw it and it explodes in an interesting way.
The man bag's got a
full fold out armored. No,
now we're moving on to the hobos. We're moving on to the hobo line. Are those? I keep saying this. Are those actually feet or are those lobster claws? They look like they're lobster claws for feet. He doesn't actually have shoes, and the feet are not lined up right. Like the left one is actually right of the right one. Like what is going on here? It doesn't work. Mm-hmm. It's the missing thread on his sleeve that also screws me up.
Yeah, I keep saying the name, and no one knows it yet. Wurzel Gummidge.
I don't know either.
Still don't know who that is, but man, this guy's screwed up.
Back in the late.
Are those patches or are those like little? Are those? See, wait a minute. Are those? Okay, maybe I'm wrong here, but they could be like jellyfish. Like jellyfish. Those are tiny little... No, I do not discount that because those could be tiny little leather jellyfish sewed all over the suit. I'm serious. I didn't notice that before, but it looks like they all have little loose tendrils coming down under them, and I'm wondering if they're jellyfish.
Oh, I looked it up. Thank you very much for that. I'm happy to have found this. Wurzel Gummidge. Thank you.
Yep. That was a show back in the early 80s, and he was a scarecrow that could come to life.
It looks like a scarecrow.
Okay, here's
he's supposed to be a scarecrow. Yeah.
This guy's wearing a quilt.
He doesn't look happy. And
no.
What's with the like just like tiny miniature like pillow, like those in-flight pillows they put behind? He's got like the cover for that just on his head.
Yeah.
I want to call it a toque from Canada, but it's not quite right. And his shoes are held together with duct tape.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, it kind of looks like they're strapped on with fucking mountaineering cleats or something like that.
Yeah, those are tinfoil bags on his. And what's that red thing around his ankle?
The hem of the trousers.
There is so much wrong with this. Everything is wrong with this. Everything. Bagman.
The oversized Russian flight suit.
The hazmat suit after going through the sewer.
I've just come from the number 3 reactor, Chernobyl. I'd suggest you not come near me.
Bagman, the story begins. I don't know, he does look like he should be going through a sewer. But yeah, that does look like a very fashionable hazmat suit.
Mm-hmm.
Although
it's just the thing down the chest, because the Russian pressure suits and stuff had that sort of girdle type thing with the straps down the front, and it did have that sort of like a crushed sort of motif down the center.
Yeah, maybe look like you're pregnant or something.
Well, it looks like he's got a hood that he can pull up over his head, and I don't know. Yeah, it does look like this is a hazmat suit.
Yeah, you'd want a hood wearing that.
You can hide your face.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I was in my grandmother's house once, and the floor had this weird black and yellow checker pattern, and it looks just like this. Okay, this is the exact same power, and I'm not sure if I think it's a guy, but he just looks like he's lost all hope. Why are you wearing galoshes? Why are you wearing a bathrobe? Or I don't know.
This is grandma for him.
Yeah, this is grandma's nightmares.
I still say this is suffragette circa 1920.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, this is 1920 suffragette. I'm here to fight for women's right to vote. Men don't have the right to vote either. Who cares? Women deserve the right to vote. Okay.
While I blow smoke everywhere.
I think he's got chopsticks stuck in his hair. Oh, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell.
They're his. I don't
know. Doctor Who. I'm sorry, he does.
Doctor Who.
Wait, what was it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is Den. This is the guy who gets kicked out of his house and spends the entire book series wearing his bathrobe.
I love the Blue's Clues sweater. And a fucking gingerbread man on his fucking necklace. Just got the fucking old man fucking running shoes.
Well, at least he's not wearing galoshes.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Kid and play.
And the guy in the back has the bottom half. What the hell? Yeah, it's like. Women would love him.
It's another one that looks like it's got cleats strapped to it.
Well, I see that, yeah. I just it's like the Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Who remembers Kid and Play?
I may be too young for that. I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a fucking serial killer.
I don't even know. Oh.
I would feel like that if I was wearing that. It's like Arabian what the fucks.
Yeah.
No, I do see the straps though. I think you've called the conspiracy. And there's the magic carpet.
Back in a sec.
I think it's the same thing I've seen with just about all art nowadays. It's all style over substance. Fucking cyborg. Not knowing how to dress. Have I assimilated to your culture yet enough for you to understand what is going on? Am I allowed to come to your leaders? No, not with that peppermint shit. Ha. Haha. 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 You seem like a pleasant person. Would you like to go to the store place, the market, to get some sustenance in order for the purpose of consuming to replenish our strength? Some shit like that, yeah.
What the fuck did I just miss?
The cover's been blown. Borg, assimilate.
What the fuck did I just miss?
That was like my first Star Trek movie.
I just came back with that whole we've got to get the sustenance from my people's sustenance and all that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just miss?
Someone
Yeah,
trying
no. Yeah, American Psycho.
Yes. Yeah, this guy looks like he likes Huey Lewis in the news. I thought you'd like that when you made the American Psycho reference. Yeah, this guy's
yeah. Give him grey wavy hair, and he's even got the eyes for it too.
I know. It's just like.
But he's not wearing his bulletproof vest, the naughty boy.
No.
Oh yeah, here we go. Get this.
Oh no. Oh, what the?
So we've got skinhead Keira Knightley, we've got horny Mila Jovovich, and then the gimp flying nun.
Why is Natalie Portman just wearing a juice?
Wearing what?
It's
That's Natalie Portman.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As Natalie Portman.
What's going on? It's Natalie Portman.
It's not what it is.
Okay.
And then, no, that's fine. And then,
yeah, horny Mila Jovovich.
Eyes wide shut. Shit. Fuck. This is what we call the BDSM.
Yeah, she looks like she's gonna grab you, she's gonna throw you down, and then she's gonna bend you over and fucking give you a belting.
Yeah, that I love it. It's my face. That was amazing.
Mm. But yeah, one thing's for sure though with Grace Jones, if she says, "I'm gonna fuck you," you're just gonna like, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I want to know what's up with gay fucking Judas Priest in the background there. Yeah. Again, I think it's all about being unique. It's that style of trying to stand out by being, it's that shock.
Take on me, take on me, take me on, take on me, me.
He's got a fucking. What the fuck?
Oh, dude.
This is springtime for Hitler. Fucking.
Terry.
He's got a fucking condom on his head.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. Yeah. I will chase you down and get that knockfight. Oh.
No spit.
Oh, I don't think this is very funny. Oh. This is a very tragic situation. Oh.
It almost looks like Jeffrey, like a midget, very sad Jeffrey Rush in the front.
Yeah, no. That's Jeffrey Rush running away from all the Sheilas he's molested.
Just like, shit, I have to get out of here. Yeah.
Oh, Rain
Rain
Man.
Man. Does kind of look like Dustin Hoffman, yeah. Yeah, but I thought that was a strap for
Yeah, that's a strap.
I hope. I hope. Yeah.
That's a strap. That looks like a strap.
I hope it's a strap. That's all I can say.
Well, if it's not a
Yeah.
strap, he can't shave for shit.
Nope. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's where.
Yep.
You're like the Matrix or something.
Cantina scene. And if you ever look behind the little little muppet in front, the cunt behind looks like bloody General Hux with a black hat and a grey.
Yeah.
Sort of, it even almost looks like he's standing at his position too.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like that bloke from school that like you'll talk about 20 years later and you're like, yeah, that bloke, wasn't he like a massive puff? And they're like, nah, he was just really weird.
Shooter from fucking Columbine.
Jedi.
You got a kyber crystal as a necklace, dude.
I get a kyber crystal as a butt plug, man.
It glows red because I like the
Yeah.
dark side.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to see my lightsaber?
Cheers, works is as big as mine, bro. It's because it's the new age. Yeah, that's the shit I have to fucking deal with. It's the new age, man. What the? Okay.
Yeah, this was bizarre, this one. Mm.
And she looks like she's giving a presentation. Like she looks like she's walking out.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you about this new this new thing I've discovered, don't you know? In order to eat the giraffe. It's him before he got bitten by a giraffe.
No, that's what happens when you get raped by a whale. You know, I'd actually love if, like, the footage of this was actually like people are howling and cheering and clapping and all this, and she comes out and and the first thing she says was, "And all I did was draw a line."
The next one killed me.
Julian Clary. Oh, Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. When he wears the tutu. Don't throw me out, coach.
No, that's actually Eddie Izzard just went for a walk.
Lost a bunch of weight and went for a walk.
Yeah, let's go to get some milk.
Just going to get some milk. Wow!
Yeah.
This brings BDSM to a whole new level.
The thing of it, the thing of it is,
like...
she kind of looks streaky, as if she's been used.
Already had a few runs. Oh my gosh! There's a crotch zipper, so you can jump on. Just like, we're about to experience some turbulence, and just starts.
Yeah. This is what she does when she comes up to you. It's like, I'm going to whip you to within an inch of your life, and then I'm going to have you.
See, so you get tired to the tree when you gotta leave for work. Make sure she doesn't see it.
Chain it back to the sink. Oh yeah, the zipper across the guts, right? That's for the cesarean.
So when you have to.
It's all right, and it's not real it's PVC, so it'll stretch.
Rinse my eyes out. It's too normal.
File saved for the spank bank.
It's a good one. I'm happy with it. I'm glad. I applaud.
Yep, that one's going in the spank bank.
This one's not too bad either. It's a little pretentious, but I mean, I like the Greco look.
Where'd Superman come from? Krypton.
Krypton.
Yeah, Kryptonian.
Yeah, I like it. Like it works.
Or the Sheila from the 300.
Yeah, it's got that kind of like that Greco look. And holy shit,
That looks like.
yeah, speaking of Jim Carrey, that looks like a Jim Carrey fucking suit.
Did they just fucking paint up and did, did they paint? Did they paint and dress up a rhesus monkey or something? But the makeup on his face. Yeah, the makeup on his. Yeah, the makeup on his face, but it looks like he should be playing the lion from fucking Wizard of Oz.
He kind of reminds me of like the villain of Far Cry 4.
And yeah, and I know what that cat is saying too.
I'm gonna
No,
shit on everything you like.
No, that look is the I'm waiting until you're sleeping with your mouth open, then I'm going to shit in your mouth. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh no, it'd still kill you. It'd still kill you, but that cat looks like it'd be like the sadistic little fucks, like you're going to choke to death on my shit.
This is
Captain Kirk seems to be missing the controls on his chair.
This is the Lambda. He just looks like Lambda. I can't stop thinking of Revenge of the Nerds with that fucking triangle in all black.
I keep thinking of something along the lines of the Anchorman-esque type deal. It's like, yes, I rape a woman every night, but this is the 70s, so it's okay.
What the fuck is with this? The diversity beetles. What the hell?
Crimpoline for men. But
What happened?
this seriously looks like something that like a NASA would do, right? They'd get a few blokes together in a crew, and it's like, look, these are these guys acting completely normal, and they're all dressed up in their Sunday best. Oh, it's a crew of Apollo 11.
Speaking of Ron Burgundy, look at the top left. Yeah, I love the lavender. Just so much lavender.
Yeah, the dude on the left, you can just see he's like, yeah, I'm going to be in movies someday, and I'm going to be famous I'm going to be remembered for laughing like this.
I love how Dolly Parton in the fucking top left has a fucking Tron shirt on.
I
Partridge
play the
Family?
guitar.
Oh, fucking shit. When did John Travolta come in here?
Is that an album cover?
Someone threw him at him. Got it right as his head.
This looks like an album cover.
It does. He's got a Ringo face.
Actually, the last two, like, because my neighbour's into like old vinyl and shit, and he constantly comes around. Oh, I went to this $2 shop and fucking look at all these old things. And the last two photos, this one and the one with the group Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton, they look like that's something you'd see in those piles. And this, hey, we're the monkeys. Well, for the guy in the blue to be actually correct, his dick must be in the shape of a T.
Gilligan is played by Burt Reynolds back in the day. Yeah.
Gilligan, yeah.
It's like yeah. Fucking Baywatch Hawaii. No. I just can't stop. I just can't stop seeing Burt Reynolds. It's like, hey, should we go out there? Nah. That's all I can do for Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, now take it easy since they finished their bum sex.
Yeah.
This actually looks like a really awkward situation.
It's like, just wait till you finish drinking that drink. You think it tastes funny? There's a reason.
Well, one of them's actually said, "Now take it easy, Cyril. It's been a while since I've had a bum." Oh, this is Gwen's photo. Oh, too late.
Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable.
She's wearing Swiss paratrooper camo.
That's cute. Man, it takes me back. Yeah, it takes me back to when red eyes were a thing in cameras. What the fuck? That better not be Wendy.
Yeah, she.
Does he have blackface on? I can't tell.
No. This is like he's actually part of the audience. He's had too much to drink. This is the split second before the security crash tackling.
For like. Yeah, I remember that show was popular when I was when I was in high school and fucking into college and that. I just wanted to punch people who had it. Is it a bad thing?
I saw the witch doctor.
Looks painful.
She's a Fabergé egg, but the Sheila's face, she is a dead spit for the fucking Sheila that Eddie Murphy was supposed to marry at the beginning of Coming to America.
Up on one foot.
She's even got the hand out and everything. I'm just expecting her to hop on one leg and bark like a dog.
Yeah, bark like a dog.
What?
Bark like a dog.
Bark like a dog.
She saw Black Panther.
This is the new villain from the next Kingsman movie.
Makeup. It's the arrow pointing to the fucking whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. That's how she takes over the world.
She pushes it and teleports away.
Just flies around like a fucking Jetson. Just. Oh, gosh. Cruella DeVille won.
So, and if I was to throw this Sheila around, she'd fucking complain, wouldn't she? We'll throw her down the hall, see which one we got. Oh, hang on. That's a bit of an awkward move. I don't think she's got one brown circle.
To make the dots a little bit bigger and make it multicolored. Let's play Twister. Oh, she looks pissed.
Yeah, she wanted the white dress.
It's like, hey, honey, black slimming. Shut the fuck up.
What are you saying? I'm fat?
When did Hermione become a beekeeper?
Fucking, I want to get into Hermione's vagina now.
Capture her!
That's how you catch a model.
Yep. We need that big of a net.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually thinking, like, is there a lever that you push, or do you lift one arm and then she, like, sort of crouches down over your tea cakes and cupcakes and stuff? Oh, and I see it. But I see it's still vaguely covered, so that there's still the excuse that just by ogling a woman, sexual harassment.
I just wonder if, like, if you take a match or something, put at the top, if, like, how long it'll take for it to burn out. It's like a fucking candlestick. What Dragon Ball Z shit is this? She's like a troll. One of the fucking trolls that you fucking. Like those trolls.
Yeah, she really looks like. She really does look like she's just looking at the person who made her wear that. It's like, really? You want to wear this fucking shit?
Yeah. Oi. Yeah. We represent the lollipop gal, the lollipop gal. Playing 12-inch platform.
The unfortunate part about this pose is that I've seen so much out there porn that I know this pose for a fact. This is the, oh, I've accidentally wet my pants pose. Yeah, don't ask me how.
The man's experienced, okay?
Okay, so is she appropriating her own culture by going blackface in blackface? Is it still blackface if she's already got blackface? Am I being racist by saying blackface all the time?
Who the fuck was this like, honey, you need some charcoal just above your eyebrow, just there you go. What the fuck?
Oh,
it looks like Photoshop to me.
She was wearing old racing goggles, and then she had to go and check the exhaust pipe, and then her husband turned the key and floored it, and she's taken the goggles off.
This is a woman. Woman has style and knows how to take care of cars.
Because her eyes look different, like dark or lighter than her chin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. It looks like she just got done racing. What the fuck? Why is she wearing a fucking sea anemone? What are those heels? Do you see that heel? It's like she has a heel, and then she's got this weird fucking spongy platform thing. Like, I'm expecting her to jump and just like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like,
This is a sex doll costume for people who want to fuck marshmallows. But but those circular things though that are on the bottom part of the dress, so they, I guess they're supposed to look like flowers, but unfortunately they look like prosthetic vaginas.
yeah, it's again like who brought the blue vaginas?
Oh no!
Now,
The
alright.
T1000. This is the T1000 melding up from the floor.
It's like, yeah, she hasn't perfected the camouflage yet, but the top's kinky.
Mm.
Like she decided I want to. Sorry.
Well, yeah, no. If you do look at it, like about where her waist is, where the dress ends and her top starts, it's she's got the floor camo for the lower half, and then she's got the people camo for the top half.
He killed a whole zebra. He's trying to blend in too.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, but
Some blue smoke around her waist.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
A weird
no,
black swan. This just reminds me of ballet.
yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say that this is what like a racist American's idea of an African ballet would be like.
It's just the Nutcracker with drums. There's Beetlejuice.
Oh, there's the mask from the other Sheila.
It's a Rorschach chest.
I don't know. She looks like she should be in a safari park.
Yeah. She's trying to blend in.
Yeah, blending in with the tourist vehicle.
Oh, fucking shit. This is like be stuck in a permanent Marilyn Monroe. That's the type of skirt.
Yeah. And she's even got funny lips going down the middle of that, and they're sort of little wavy around her boobs, and just the way they normally hang. And I'm betting Gwendy's fucking hating us right now if she's listening. She's probably sitting there going, "Thank God I gave this one up."
They put what the fuck? They put like that weird golden shit, and then they got like the fucking white leaf things hanging down. I'm just like, why do you have a chandelier for a fucking hat?
I'd still totally fuck it though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
just look at the face, man. Just look at the face. I am totally ignoring everything else. I'm focused on her fucking face because that's the only normal thing in this photo. Hey, I'm Scottish. Fucking my types of birds are supposed to have freckles.
Anyway, that's what they made condoms for.
Hey, she has to have at least one freckle on her to be useful.
I like that. Are you
For those
originally
who
from
don't,
Scotland?
yeah, or in a very technical kind of a way. But yeah, for those who don't know, the slang term freckle in places like Australia and the Commonwealth means you bumhole.
Ah, pardon my American ignorance. It's Elsa's wedding dress from Frozen.
Yeah, this is like sort of on the really lower tier, sort of. I'd be really stretching it to take a piss out of this one.
I mean, or a prom dress.
Oh
The polar bear
at
that
least,
gave its life for this is proud.
at least it'll hide the cum stains. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when I've only had 3 hours sleep in 72 hours.
What the
That sounds like a euphemism.
Mm.
This looks like another Lady Gaga sort of. And they even tried to get the model with the funny weird head. Oh yeah, she needs a scroll.
Yeah, I'm expecting her to. It's a wrist fan. You know.
A page in Las Vegas.
It's the wire for the dress, but we didn't get the
Yeah.
dress.
Yeah,
She's got
they ran out of money.
matching too.
They ran out of money and all that. Yeah, fuck me. What the hell's wrong with her face? I just noticed that.
She's got the weird
She's got one of those. Yeah, she was the other Sheila in the car, and she was helping push. Because the adapter that the top of the tree goes into, it doesn't fit your tree
or her vagina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plug it in and light up. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this. Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like
It's
that other guy that had no shoulder pads in his jacket.
Yeah, you think power shoulders were bad in the 80s? Why did you see the revival?
So I want football pads on my fucking shoulders.
That's probably what she. That's probably what she is wearing under there, bloody, bloody. Fucking that one.
Well, this person's. She's also trying to blend in, but just no.
Mm-hmm.
She looks so interested.
Yeah, are they the?
It's French. Something about understanding.
It's be really pretentious and don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Are we sure this one here though isn't just a people trialing camouflage for checked floors?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know though. The hairdo isn't outlandish enough. Yeah, this is. Well, this is the atheist Christmas tree ornament.
Yes, it is actually. It's what I put on. Thank you. Is that woman exactly? Moaning. She's like, "Why are you doing this? Shut up. Eat your roofies and shut up."
Spread your legs and.
Oh, those are nipples. Those are nipples.
Woo, nipples!
Everyone, we're not monetized. Yes. That's my favorite thing about YouTube.
That's the unfortunate part is they're only nipples.
I can only cover one with my mouse. National Geographic Project Runway. Fucking. That would actually make interesting lingerie. I mean, yeah, she's got that weird mask again that just creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah, but that's
Why are you
one
spying on
that
me?
one earring. But yes, it's just that one earring though. That's the thing that does it. You can handle everything else, but no, one earring. No, fuck her off.
Well, it's to chain her to the fucking bed. It's to make sure she's locked up. Symmetry, damn it! This is okay. This is what we hang on our Christmas trees as atheists. We put the one thing on the star. This is what we hang. You can see the little loop. We put that right through the branches.
Or she should be on the end of a staff.
She should be on the end of the staff. What the fuck? She's like it's like wings. You're just expecting her to walk like a fucking like. Ah!
Or the it'll well, it looks like it'll fold out to wings if she opens her arms up. But what everybody doesn't realise is that just to keep you guessing, when she lifts her arms up, it actually makes a big fan like a peacock instead, just to look even more stupid.
You see, if you hang this up above your bed, the head of your bed, it'll keep the bad dreams away.
Oh no! There's a Christmas fable that if you rape a Sheila under one of these things, it's perfectly legal.
It looks like someone decided for her hairdo, like someone just like, Tim Burton, come here, make some fucking hairdo. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He should be standing on the top of the little curl in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that actually out of the scene of the movie itself?
And just like, yeah, it looks like that. That's what it reminds me of. Oh gosh, they have a. Other than the mask, what's with the masks?
She's embarrassed. She's embarrassed because she's wearing normal clothes.
Well, it looks like. It's the markings.
That's one hell of a long Italian pimp stamp.
It's her barcode.
You're my bitch now. You do it the thing to me. You work it for me now, you bitch. Botana.
Now more nipples.
You're my Botana now.
See this one too. Good for lingerie, not what I would wear to the Oscars. Especially during Me Too. Yeah.
I'm fucking sure I've actually seen Kim Kardashian in this fucking get up.
I'm waiting for Access Hollywood to have that and the nipples fall out and they're just like, what? Look at Scarlett Johansson wearing the. Whoa! Whoa. I decided to come. What were you saying? I decided to come to the party as a taco.
A taco that shits ice cream.
It's Mexican night. I
was
thought
trying
I'd
to
be
remember
authentic.
Oh, Christ, you need therapy, Bob. You've got to get over this earring fucking fetish of yours. Fucking. I'm still waiting for it to cock a right leg and just shit out a pile of ice cream.
Just hold it up and it just swirls out like fucking soft serve.
Well, who remembers Mac Tonight?
Oh, dude, this is fucking Dagger from. Oh yeah, I want to say Dagger from Cloak and Dagger, but I think none of you guys are nerdy enough to get that.
Well, you know what this means now. Yeah, like that means that everyone behind her is so fucking far in the closet that they are that far across the clear the other side across Narnia.
That's the takeaway. The one earring. That's what this stream should be called. The one earring.
Oh yeah, you can just see this news story now. They're interviewing somebody there after the fact, and it's like, man, he just came in here screaming something about 2 fucking earrings, man. I don't know what his problem was, and he called us all fucking asymmetrical motherfuckers. I don't know what his problem was. I'm glad he's dead. I really am.
Okay, I'll admit, I like this one, and I like the other ones too. This is a good one. This is
Caitlyn Jenner.
It is Caitlyn Jenner, and it even has the one boob sagging. Like it's like, yeah, you fucked that up. Good job up. Like,
and it's even got the huge man calves and bloody thighs.
Yeah, those are Olympic medal winning calves. Okay,
those are crying game calves. Christ.
She's got what? Does that tattoo her nipples?
Hang on. If you pulled it back and let her go, will she fly off of that thing that's on her shoulders?
It's like the little. It's like Princess Leia. Just look this.
I don't know whether this is a thing over in America at all or anywhere else in the world for anyone that's still listening, but anyone ever seen a Gillian chocolate ad?
I think so, yeah. Maybe.
Or am I thinking Ferrero Rocher?
Ferrero Rocher, that's it, yeah.
All right, yeah. And if you ever find a Gillian ad, if you ever see a Gillian ad, you'll know what I'm talking about.
It looks like someone took a bunch of the wrappers and just like made a fucking weird crown thing out of it.
It looks like someone's got like a metallic paint pen and just drew strokes on her face.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
see these
Jesus
a lot
Christ.
out where I am. The Tumbleweed Queen.
It's the Wicked Witch of the Tumbleweed.
She made sure to be on every single set of a fucking spaghetti western. Every time, just wow, wow. She'd throw fucking tumbleweed out. That's what she...
I'm actually just looking at the stony look on her face and thinking, yeah, well, the Rolling Stone does gather moss.
Angel hair pasta.
Yeah, no, that even makes more sense. Yeah, she got into a bloody high class Italian food fight, and she's really pissed that they got a dress.
Oh, this one looks fairly normal. Oh, and more nipples.
Hey, hang on, blow that up a bit more. Oh no,
I didn't even see her underwear.
Yeah, she's wearing underwear. Damn it.
Yeah, it's weird underwear. It's not kinky underwear.
And Granny's bloomers.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it, because those granny bloomers, they're like your grandmother's like, yes, these are the pants I used to go out when I used to fuck your grandfather. These are my sexy pants. They're my sexy pants.
I wear them a little bit low. It's shot backwards for some reason. It just didn't fucking work.
And then there was this weird thing with his nerves that if you went and poked him just behind the ear, he'd just spontaneously ejaculate. And it was really funny. We used to do it at family parties. They'd be like, hey, George, stop it, Maud. I'd happily go, I'm there, dude.
So, found the fucking copper mine.
She's a mutant from Cooperland.
It's like dark.
Why is there a breeze?
And on her fucking legs, just like someone just fucking. It's like she just took that dress through a fucking like pile of fucking leaves.
Yeah.
Just send a little shocker. There you go. She's a hell of a fucking conductor.
On the inside of that, yeah, all I can see is steel wool. No. This is just a photo taken from the 1920s again.
Hat ever. It's like she tried doing one of those fucking angel halos and it just got depressed. Just. Oh, do we have more nipples? No.
No.
It's underwear with like you can kind of see the nipples. If you try, if you really wish hard, they're there.
I'm so positive that the bloke who designed this particular dress, just went, they'll fucking wear anything without the undies on. No worries, they'll wear anything without the undies on. You go slip this on, sweetheart. Oh, she's putting on undies.
Yeah. That again, that falls into the lingerie category without grandma's underwear and the sports.
Okay, 1970s called. They want their alien suits back.
Yeah. So I never thought I'd see a bell-bottom dress. Holy shit!
She looks like a 12-year-old boy.
What's with the Cleopatra fucking mascara? I'm kind of off taken by that. To make sure the fucking.
That's how he claims his bitches. See.
Oh, nipples. Or is that part of the dress? It's painted on nipples.
That's the 3D outline. That's the shadow from the nipples poking out.
It's like one of those. It's like that one thing you put your hand in, the lead thing.
Yeah.
And it's got this,
Yep.
I have made fashion out of a toy. A short tire. Oh yeah, that's.
Or the T1000 jizzed all over her shirt.
What is with fucking Two-Face's stunt doubles here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Joel Schumacher Two-Face, not like the good Two-Face. Fucking like Batman nipples Two-Face.
Batman nipples.
Mhm.
Dear.
It was scary growing up with that. So, whoa! Why are you wearing grass? This is it's the most organic. The most organic. Don't walk near a fucking goat wearing that. Holy shit!
Nah, she's on her. She's on. She's on her way to the Knights who say knee.
Bring us a shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
Oh yeah, lift it up and find the shrubbery afterward. The shrubbery within the shrubbery.
Yeah, but you got to watch out for that spider hole though.
Okay, I have to ask because you're in Australia. Do they call like if you eat out a woman and she's got like a lot? Do you call it just wading through the bush or anything like that? Do you make any joke about that over there?
Eating out, liquor out, growler out. There's munching carpet. Oh fuck.
Well, I know that like you guys called the wild the bush, and I'm just imagining, or I've heard that like you guys have to make a double entendre with that.
Okay, yeah, no, well, we do call bush, but we're usually talking about Sheilas with just the really hairy fannies. Yeah. But, oh, yeah, by the way,
It's Raven, like it's Raven's lingerie from the Teen Titans. Yes. I just had to ask about that though. Oh, I've been telling everyone around my office about drop bears ever since you brought it up, and it's been fucking hilarious.
Oh, tell them about figging.
About what?
Figging.
Figging?
Yep, figging. It's the funniest fucking thing on the planet, right? You go up to someone, you say, man, you want to get high as balls, right? You want to get so fucking high off your ass, no problems, and you won't even, like, there's no residue in your system. You can take drug tests, no one will fucking detect it and everything, right? What you do is you get some ginger root, and then you just bare a bit of this, take the skin off off a bit of a knob of it, and then just put it up your bum for a little bit. Don't all the way up. Just make sure you can get the bastard back out again, and just leave it up your bum for 5 minutes, and it gets you high as fucking balls. All right. It actually stings your asshole. It actually stings your asshole like crazy. But when people come back to you and go, "That fucking stung," you go, "You tried it, didn't you?"
I'll the people who really piss me. I'll tell the people who call who really piss me off. What the fuck? Why has he got a watermelon on his head? And why does it look like a clown jizzed on him?
Yeah, it looks like you got jizzed on by a Simpsons.
Skittles, taste the rainbow, be jizzed on by the rainbow.
Isn't there a euphemism about eating the rainbow?
The fucking Kylo Ren version. I'm like my grandfather. I'll admit, Kylo Ren's my favorite of the new Star Wars, but that's kind of a hard margin. What the? Never take that laser tag shooting. Like, come on, okay? Like, you're gonna lose. We're gonna find you. It's fucking body armor, fucking bra. What the fuck?
I know, man.
But it's made out of a green screen.
I'm not really sort of understanding these photos. Like, is the same Sheila in the same clothes, but the clothes do different things?
Yeah. Corset thing.
Tit holder.
Here's the way it is. A lot of women who have to buy things like that typically don't have boobs. It's to make us think they have boobs, so we'll try. Take them off, mosquito bites, but it's okay. We've already made it that far. What?
This looks like someone fucking murdered a K-pop band.
I know. It's like fucking. Yeah, I agree. It's fucking Jubilee in K-pop.
It's the North Korean contestant.
This is Psy's fucking sex slave little sister. Motherfucking gentlemen. Fucking yeah. My fucking friends, they're into K-pop. I'm not, because I'm not.
They like it
Exact-
bum style.
What the shit? You've got bubblegum as your shirt. Mm-hmm.
So why go out and just change the jacket?
I think the jacket does it. I think if you shine it
Yeah.
under a light.
Well, that's what I was
Looks
asking
like
about the
it,
last
yeah.
time. Because it looked like the jacket was the only thing that she changed.
But the jacket looks like it. Yeah, or if you're at a club and they put the black light on.
or it'll just tell the rapist hiding in the bush where you're coming.
Mm-hmm. And where he's coming too.
Alright, here we go.
Aww.
It's Pussy Hunters.
Scratch with all the colors of the wind. My casino. Scratch on post and shit in your carpet. I can say that. I'm 1/16 Native American. This is all American. Yeah, like, yeah. It comes around, it's already the second Oz movie.
Here, watch the turtle. Watch me disappear for my magic trick. Hang on, right arm in, and come on, in you get. Right arm in. There we go. Left arm in, and hang on, I'll disappear in a sec. Okay, that was a shit joke. Yeah. Joseph in the Technicolor yawn coat.
Mm-hmm. What? I thought it was a peep.
Hey, look, my peeps. Because they are his peeps.
It's what I love in my men. Fucking fashion Jesus, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I could like pull out my closet. That's about it. Okay. Could dress in my Angus Young schoolboy outfit and creep you guys out.
One more joke. One more joke. One more joke. One more joke.
Please.
Okay. After all these years, I finally got to see the Saddam execution video, and it made me question a few things. One of those is there anything on the internet I will not wank to?
Oh.
I really need sleep. I really need sleep.
I
This is what happens. This is what happens when I've only had 3 hours sleep in the last 72 hours.
It's like tomorrow over there. No,
Yep.
thanks for having me.